This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Let's do this. Good morning, everyone. Welcome.
Hi, kids.
To another week of radio.
How we doing?
Doing good.
Everyone have a nice, relaxing weekend?
Boring weekend. Boring.
Well, I liked it, though. Man, did I like doing nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I don't think I slept in my bed the whole weekend. I was on the couch.
Lucky you. What?
On the couch, fell asleep, woke up. I had no set schedule.
Right.
I would wake up at like 11 p.m. on Saturday, and then I'd watch SNL, and then I watch like things until 4 a.m.
Right.
And then I fall asleep at 4. I wake up at 8. I watch some I Love Lucy. I'm back asleep. It was so nice to do nothing. Get up, play some Call of Duty. It was just a fun, absolutely alone weekend.
Yeah, I think we were tweeting at the same time yesterday morning, I think it was.
Yeah.
'Cause that's my time. I get up early on the weekends, but it was just a crappy, rainy day in New York.
Yeah, it sucked.
Really sucked. Couldn't go outside. This weather, I mean...
Had it.
And I was the one who said, to all the people that are bitching about the weather, enough already, but...
It's like, get over it.
It's really been unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. This winter is just holding on.
Just won't stop.
It was in the 20s over the weekend.
It's really odd that usually in March you get something. You get this inkling where you open up the door, you go, "Oh, that's spring smell. That's that kind of warm."
You can
Not
smell
one fucking day in March.
You can smell the dirt.
Right.
I love smelling the dirt.
Right.
Because it's finally thawing or something. I don't know. I don't understand what that is, but I smell the dirt and know
not one.
Spring is on its way. I usually look forward to St. Patty's Day.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, you're on the other side of it. That's already 2 weeks ago. And it's still shitty out. Fucking shitty.
Shitty, rainy, cold, whatevs.
Check out the empties, man.
Check out the empties, man.
By the way,
it's great.
I posted the last video for a while. I can't do it. And I got 4 more. I just can't do it for a while.
The only thing, I mean, if you found a gay porno with us in it, perhaps that could be more embarrassing, but this reached an all-time new level.
How could that be more embarrassing?
Well, no.
Man-to-man cocksucking, we'd all get over that. There was some funny, I watched that last night probably 6 times. And I was quite enjoying it.
I bet.
And I tweeted about it. And somebody pointed out something I noticed, which was your awful hand rub on the leg when you rubbed the lotion. The fact that somebody caught that made me laugh out loud.
It is good. It's like,
I'll take you inside the bit because someone nailed it. They said you were rubbing her leg like your girlfriend was watching. And that's exactly what was happening that day. I had an incredibly jealous girlfriend at the time. So we couldn't, I couldn't do any of that shit without hearing. And we get to the beach to do this bit, and she's there, and I'm like, how the fuck am I going to pull this off in front of her? So you got to
rub lotion on her, and she's like steaming, listening to it?
Yeah, not saying... obviously, not saying I was the coolest, the dude on the beach or any of that shit.
Coolest dude.
But I remember distinctly going, how am I going to pull this off? Because this girl is jealous of everything that we do.
So it was this weird thing you did on her
I figured if I could rub her knee. I remember this.
Her kneecap. Why wouldn't you go onto her back and shoulders?
Because I knew that would be hell.
Oh, yeah, she'd have fucking had your balls. Fuck yeah.
We talk about your ex way more than we talk about my ex.
Oh, yeah.
She was a jealous one. So I'm like, I think I could rub lotion on her knee, and maybe that would make the bit work. I don't know.
You're flat palmed on her knee.
The worst lotion rub ever.
Because if I put my fingers, I remember this.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, if I take the lotion and put it on the palm of my hand and rub her knee like this, I should be all right.
Yeah.
If I close my fingertips around her knee, that would be bad too.
Girl's pushing 40.
That girl?
I don't know.
What year is that? Probably 97?
No, this one's even earlier. This is
97.
97. And we were suspended. I don't know why, but we were.
For this? There's a wow thing.
No, there's a thing blinking that says currently serving a 2-week suspension.
Oh, man.
Maybe you're on vacation.
No, we didn't do the fake suspensions.
We had that.
We were always getting into some dumb trouble.
That wasn't the...
I don't remember why, though.
Was this this wasn't at the AF Beach party, was it?
It might have been.
Because if it was, we were suspended because of that wow article that fucking bitch wrote in the Boston Globe.
Oh, right.
Remember?
From Now, right?
Yeah. I think we got
National Organization of Women.
That.
Just to calm everyone down. Like, Bruce Whitman was like, look, we got to take you off. It wasn't like... It wasn't a suspension like, oh, fuck, we were worried about our jobs.
Are we going to get fired? Yeah.
It was a suspension. They had to show the city that they were doing something about us.
Yeah.
But behind closed doors, I remember Bruce saying, everything's cool, but we have to do this just to show that we're taking responsibility or something. I don't know. But somebody nailed it with that lotion thing.
Yeah, that was exactly it.
Oh, there's so much awfulness in this video.
Night, too. Yeah.
But was the way somebody phrased it, because I noticed that, it was an awkward hand motion, but my mind didn't grab what it was.
Yeah.
But then I read the Twitter and someone said, I'm obsessed with how awful he rubs the... And I'm like, oh. The fact that a listener just picked that out immediately made me laugh.
Great.
What, the pink shirt is all right?
The pink shirt, the jean shorts I didn't notice.
And the giant jean shorts.
I watched on my phone.
But some of this stuff is not... whatever.
I think you should... Have
just
you seen
take your beating.
Right.
No, I need to see it.
It's good.
But
I know.
But people are beating me up for jean shorts. I'm like, hey, go find your fucking pictures from 97, 98. Everyone was wearing jean shorts back then.
I didn't like your run over, though. There was one thing with the run you did that I didn't care for. I didn't think it was a very good run.
Oh, no.
When you go over to, get the ball, there was something you went to get the ball. It was not a good run.
No.
We'll address it.
No.
It was really bad.
Because we were running like 7 feet.
She was right there. I don't know.
I would have preferred in the bit, because there was actually a couple of funny things, like the idea of you're being the nice guy and you're being the, goofus and gallant.
Well, that's exactly where the bit came from.
Goofus and gallant.
Yeah.
But I felt like they're kind of setting it up the same way. Like they might have tried it a little bit of a different...
Right.
Instead of just going, here's what we're going to do, and Ant going, okay, I'll try it, messing up. It probably could have been a better way to get into it.
Right, I hear you.
I love how we talk about this like it's this version of us doing this wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy.
Yeah. I just point it out.
I liked my my black sneakers and thigh-high fucking socks I was pretty much wearing.
Dude, on my phone and a postage stamp-sized screen, I hated your socks.
And they were pulled up, and I'm on the beach, and that tribble hanging off the back of my head.
You haven't seen this, Sam?
No,
it might make you feel better.
Sam, I think it might make him sicker.
Yeah, Sam's back. Welcome back from your flu, your fake sickness.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's got to do that every once in a while.
Sure.
Take a couple days
fake sickness
for yourself,
to relax.
Relax a little bit.
Oh, sure. Wind down a little.
Chill out.
Glad you have some auditions for shows.
WWE.
Good beginning.
Collect some empties, Mon. I gotta say empties, Mon, a few more times, and then I could print up the T-shirts.
Check out the empties, man.
I love it. Oh, what a great clip.
When I refer to the Opster, this is it right here.
The Opster.
This is the Opster in full fucking bullshit mode. I've hit my limit with these old clips.
Yeah.
We just got one more to get through. And this one's even not... There's only a couple of moments in this one that are fairly awful.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. The girl's hot.
Yeah.
She was, how did we get her? Would you just
I don't
pick
remember
her off the beach?
I don't remember her at all. No. I doubt it. She was probably one of the girls from Tens or something.
10 Show Club.
Probably. Because wasn't that, where were we? Way up at the beach there, Hampton Beach Casino. We're up in that area.
Yeah?
Yeah, I believe so. Real Rock TV from 1997. Another douche chill clip.
Crazy. All right, let it roll.
Did you get douche chills?
I just looked at my Twitter last night and I was like, oh my god, he just posted this. I didn't know what it was like. It was like waking up and finding just a gift.
Yes, there's a gift.
I found a gift on my Twitter.
I don't know. It's pretty.
Did I get douche chills? I had a couple of moments. Yeah, there was a couple, but I haven't seen it on a big screen. I'm telling you, it's different when you watch it on your phone. You don't catch every nuance.
Yes.
It's weird. It's weird to think this is 17 years ago.
That girl's probably 42.
Probably,
She's probably 25 back then, 24.
Right.
Probably.
All right.
Yeah, she's at least 40 now, right?
Yeah.
That's about right.
You would want to date her now?
Let's see what she looks like.
Yeah, were any of these, a lot of guys in this,
A lot of dudes on the beach. A lot of
guys on the beach.
Just watching. You didn't have anyone like Kenny just to push him back 2 feet.
Nah.
It was like you guys are sitting there with all these man legs behind.
Yes, dude.
Guys love us.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of those guys are still listening, and if they were at the beach that day.
Man.
Anyway, here you go.
All right, let it rip.
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. We're doing summertime tips today.
Yeah, this is fun. It's the beginning of the summer, and we figure guys need a little help on how to pick up on the girls on the beach. Little tips from Opie and Anthony.
Exactly. You want to pick up a girl at the beach, all you need is a ball. A ball. One ball.
And a chick.
And a chick. We need a chick.
They look one way and then the camera pans. There's a chick.
There's a chick.
Oh, boy, that doesn't look like a setup at all.
She's not even near anyone else. She's just in the middle.
Right.
I'm sure people are like, no, you gotta clear that out.
Right.
Clear that out. We're doing a shoot here.
Yeah.
We're doing a very important TV
Very
show
important.
here.
Yeah, she's just kind of leaning back, looking directly at the camera.
Yeah.
Wait.
Big tits, though.
Hold on a minute.
Nice big fucking tits.
Tim in Connecticut, go ahead.
One of the funniest parts of the video is when the girl rubs your leg after you rubbed her knee, and the guy yells, "Rub the salami."
I didn't hear that.
That's a class act.
Yeah.
Rub the salami.
All right.
Yeah, she does look pretty good there.
She's all right.
Yeah, like the type of girl that just goes to the beach by herself.
Yeah, just sits there,
Just sits there.
needing someone to talk to her.
Waiting for maybe a radio personality to do something to come over and talk to her.
Right.
Hopefully somebody's got
Right.
a ball.
A ball.
That's all you need.
In front of his jealous girlfriend. She was jealous of that.
What a killjoy.
That's the worst.
Ladies, I just want you to know, I had a girlfriend that was jealous of that.
Yeah. That little hand on the knee.
Oh. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. All right, check this out. You take the ball,
Okay.
and all of a sudden you go, whoops.
You drop the ball, it hits the girl, and she stops it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your ball?
Yeah, you want to play?
All right.
That walk, the run over. Can you see the run over?
Oh, there's
so you
that
guys
run
can't.
over?
Yeah, you guys can't really see it. I think this is the run over.
Well, the video's in all the usual places. Go
Yeah,
get
it's
it.
on-
There's a bunch of dudes. There's all the dudes.
Look at all the dudes.
Yeah.
There's not a girl in sight.
No.
Except for the plant.
Yeah.
You want to see the run again?
Yeah,
let's see
I
the
think
run.
this is the run.
What's wrong with the run?
I don't know. It's kind of like from Taken. You should be running to get a pony.
Well, I think you started the squat down to talk to her, like
A little
at the
too
beginning
early.
of your run.
Right.
So you run and then you start squatting down a little.
Yeah, we should be playing midget music.
There's a weirdness to that run.
Oh, boy.
It is a little like Gollum.
Yeah.
Let me get my hands on her.
Trying to get the precious.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Your ball?
Yeah, you want to play?
Absolutely. What you playing?
I'm playing ball.
Pause. Great improv. Great improv. You know,
What are you playing? I'm playing ball.
I had all day to come up with a line, knowing we were going to do the bit. Great improv.
Oh, that's
what are you
funny.
playing? Oh, ball.
I'm playing ball.
I'm playing ball.
It's a volleyball. Just say volleyball.
Volleyballer.
Fucking, where's the volleyball net?
So it's got to be just ball.
Yeah, he's playing, having a catch.
I'm playing ball.
It's a grown man just throwing a ball up and catching it alone.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's good that you guys never did a take two, too. I respect that.
One take.
What do you mean?
Perfect.
We got it.
Yeah, all the outtakes
Yes.
are at the end of the bit. What are you talking about? We did more than one.
A man might not know what ball game he's playing.
That's right, and a man may squat and run at the same time.
What are you playing? Ball.
I like that, too, because you said ball 3 times, like ball, and then,
Right.
and then she said something.
Ball.
Like,
Right.
Yeah, ball.
And then I walk back to Anthony. See?
Ah.
I'm a stud.
I saw that.
Christ.
Right?
Nice pink
Ball.
shirt.
All right, Anthony, see?
That was smooth.
That was smooth, right? I started a conversation with the girl.
I think
now
I
you
got it.
try
Just the
You
ball.
try it, okay.
And Anthony wails the ball.
Hits her in the head.
Balls.
I'm an asshole.
Well, yeah, it was funny. Here's what, but a little bit better at it is if you probably didn't set it up almost like the same way, like you should have done with another girl.
Oh, yeah.
We
would have needed 2 girls.
We didn't have the budget for 2 girls.
Possible.
I love this, Jimmy.
They charged you for that? That girl?
Look how we're dressed. We don't even have money yet.
Oh.
Yeah, just
how
a
are we going to
bunch
get
of
2
dudes.
girls? We just have a bunch of dudes, and like the strip club gave us a girl begrudgingly, I'm sure.
Yeah.
A little.
I don't remember that shirt at all.
What is this shirt?
It's a happy face shirt.
It's cool.
With Rasta dreads.
It was probably frowning by the end of this bit.
Yes, I bet it was.
Know why you don't remember this shirt at all?
Huh?
Because you would just take free T-shirts home from the radio
That
station.
was my wardrobe, was just the free swag shirts from everywhere.
So you got that from the radio
Newberry
station.
Comics, the station, any local event we were doing, the bars that I'd go to. Those are all my shirts. Yeah.
And I was getting my shirts from the female radio station.
I guess.
Yeah. Why, your breast cancer awareness shirt?
Oh, boy.
That's horrible.
That pinky shirt.
And then the angle's wrong. Like you're hitting her in the head, but the ball's coming from the other side.
I know. It should have been in the front of her face.
Now we're getting a little too technical, I guess. But
another girl might have been good.
Yeah, well, look, there's not a girl in sight. I mean, what are we going to do?
What are you going to do?
And I'm sure we didn't write this bit ahead of time.
No.
Usually when we had to do these things, we would show up at a location and then...
So what do you want to do?
And then we'd go, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Kind of like how we do the radio show every day.
Right. How was that, man?
Dude, she called you asshole.
That wasn't good?
I don't think so.
We'll be back with some more tips in a little bit.
See? I thought it was good.
Oh, that's a good little improv there.
Yeah.
A little back and forth to take us to another segment.
Right.
But at least the shirt's tucked in.
Sam Roberts.
It's important on the beach. You don't like a tucked in shirt on the
There was
beach?
a time when you tucked your shirt in.
I know, and then you blouse it out a little bit. It's cool.
I bloused it 2 at times. I was guilty of the blousing.
You were guilty of pulling it out a little bit.
I lived for a good blousing. I loved a good shirt blousing.
It would cover up a world of hurt.
By the way, I love how I talk about the old days with what I'm wearing, and this is what I'm wearing today.
A Grand Theft Auto 5 shirt.
You're still getting free T-shirts.
So it's
Exactly.
Jesus.
What do you want, a tuxedo here every day? Huh?
No, but there's a line between that and
Like
tuxedo.
Sam Roberts?
That's true.
The suck up with this fucking... What, you like brown today?
What
It's good, you UPS driver.
That is true. Your tan slacks are enraging.
You got a lot of brown on you. A lot of earth tones.
Earth tones.
all right, I'll take earth. But this khaki-colored pants and a black denim shirt.
It's a brown shirt.
It's not brown, it's black.
Kind of.
Sam's the only one that's going to go through life completely cool.
Yeah.
right.
Look out.
You're never going to have an awkward stage, are you?
Well, every stage of mine is awkward. That doesn't mean I can't bring up your blousing.
That is a good point.
People bloused back then.
In
1997, you bloused.
Dude,
Blouse.
I'll say this: I had fucking workout pants, those baggy ones, and I would blouse with a mock turtleneck. My nickname should have been the blousing kid.
You talking about Zubas?
I don't know what they were called. I got
Joey
them from
Buttafuoco pants?
Yeah, I got them from a guy named Mark Vito who ran Club Casbah, and they were those purple baggy ones you've probably seen the pictures of. And I would tuck. It was my first headshot. Was me with
Joey
my
Buttafuoco pants.
with my hands over my head, making like a muscle as a joke.
Ew.
But I wish I could find that picture. But I think I'm tucked
Look
in.
at the guy with
I
the
never
mullet.
went Zubaz.
What's that?
I got a pair of Zubas.
I never went Zubaz.
No.
Oh, you have them now?
Yeah, I wear them at home all the time.
Why? Are they
wear 'em
coming
at
back?
Homo? What?
Home.
Do they have Velcro on them?
No.
Mine had Velcro.
Are they
and
soft?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're comfy. I can't believe how much I
Why do you
love
have
those.
That tearing sound.
Why do you have Zubaz? Are they coming back?
No. They still look ridiculous, but they're very comfortable.
I can't believe how I thought those looked good on stage.
Oh, you wore them on stage?
Oh my God, that was my dress, my outfit.
Should have rainbow suspenders, too.
I thought it looked really good.
But Zubaz were very hot for a while.
They were the rage.
I could never go there. And I was always looking for the latest fashion back then.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Thank you. My salmon colored. It's not pink, it's salmon.
Now I'm
It's
sitting next to the
salmon.
girl.
It's salmon colored.
And mine was periwinkle.
Sitting next to the young lady. What's it say there? Oh.
It says more sex on the beach with Opie and Anthony.
Oh, careful. Look at her tits.
Yeah.
She does look good.
She looks luscious.
She's got a nice bathing suit on.
Yeah, put my dick between them.
Oh, wow.
Nice bikini. Cut up high. See, because that was the style too back then.
Right.
Sam.
Oh.
It was before boy shorts.
Right.
Oh.
They rode
High
up
on the
high
hips. Nice. Tea bags.
Wellstown.
Yeah.
Right. It was all about the tea bag.
Oh, yeah.
Which you see later on in this fine production piece.
Oh.
I'm fucking learning.
All right, more beach tips from Opie and Anthony. I established a conversation with this fine young lady, right? Now you got to be concerned with her needs. All right, we're talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays. All of a sudden,
What? That one was quoted last night a lot on Twitter.
Yeah, I quoted that one on Twitter.
We're talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays.
You guys
check out the empties, man.
You won't be laughing when you see those T-shirts all over the place.
I know.
Catching some rays.
That'd be a good summer shirt right there.
Hanging, we're laughing, we're catching.
Catching some rays.
That's
Yeah.
Talking, hanging.
It's like a David Lee Roth song.
Yeah.
All right, good. This is good stuff then.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
That's right, there's a lot of Rays and Franks and Joes behind you.
Plenty of them.
All man legs.
Look at all that hairy man behind us.
What the fuck?
We attracted a type, didn't
Oh,
we?
man.
I got to hear that.
What?
I just missed that last part.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
It's a good catchphrase.
concerned with her needs. All right, we're talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays.
We're talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays. Let me write that down.
But I like with your hand, you kind of look up
soon.
and reference the sun.
Yeah. Hey,
you know, that's how you get the rays.
Where the rays come from. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays. All of a sudden, I notice that she's got a little bug on her shoulder. Oh, sweetie, you got a little mosquito there. Let me take care of that.
Oh, thank you. That was so sweet.
It was.
Whoa.
You just brushed a fake mosquito. You didn't touch her.
barely touched her.
Because my girl was right there.
Yeah,
a very jealous girl.
I know. Would have been
I'm
hell to
taking
pay.
inside of the bit.
Would have been hell to pay when you went home.
I was freaking out inside going, what will I do wrong today?
Oh, boy.
You couldn't have told her it was show business?
Do you know what me and Ann
Would you believe that if you were her watching this?
Do you know what me and Ann could have fucking done back then?
Oh, would have been fucking the best.
And in retrospect, we should have.
Yeah.
Dove head first.
I like how you do that and the crowd responds like Fonzie's just walked into Arnold's.
It's just...
A little mosquito.
Yeah, a little
I don't think your hand
mosquito.
touches her when you're brushing.
I know. I'm telling you.
I bet you the mosquito didn't even leave when you did that.
It just wasn't. It wasn't worth it.
Yeah. All right.
I wasn't even doing anything. Fucking. That's the worst part.
Should have. If you're going to take your
should
shit
have,
for
obviously.
it. Them's the rules. All right.
Anthony, give it a try.
I'm going to give this Opie tip a try. Physical.
Can you go back to, I didn't hear that. I watched this a few times last night.
Yeah, rub the salami.
Rub the salami. Listen for rub the salami.
Anthony, give it a try.
Oh, no, you missed it.
Back center.
Anthony, give it a try.
I wanted her to rub the salami.
Why are you so angry and aggressive in this bit?
I don't know.
Why
I think that
did
was supposed to be. I think I was just picturing it was my wife at the time. So I was smacking her around, throwing shit at her head.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Then you just sit next to the same girl.
Yeah. It was my turn.
I know.
With my shoes and socks on.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Your ankles were covered.
I don't know. I don't get it.
What?
Anthony, give it a try.
I'm going to give this Opie tip a try.
Wow.
Physical.
Wow, that's a really frightening look.
I got black sneakers, white socks, green shorts, a liquor fucking t-shirt,
A radio station T-shirt,
the WAF hat,
and you used to wear the
sunglasses.
You used to wear the colors of the radio station.
Oh yeah, I was very proud.
You look like a beach bum.
Yeah.
Well, without the beach part.
Contact. Hey, I noticed you got a little bug on you there.
Oh, could you get it for me?
Sure.
Smack her right in the tit.
Which is very funny But the camera guy fucked up. That's not your fault. Yeah. They show the newspaper beforehand and then come away from it at the last second.
Yeah.
They should have hid the reveal.
I hear you.
But that was still a funny bit.
I smacked her right on her tit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she grabbed the paper and started smacking me.
So you're saying this would have been way better with a little production?
A little, not even a whole lot.
See, it's not us. It's not us. It's the production value.
A different girl.
Nice. Yeah. I like this.
Yeah.
A different girl, and then maybe, you know.
The wardrobe department? Yeah, right.
Oh, well, maybe.
Although that's who those guys were, so you can't not be who you are on video.
It's true.
Right. It's kind of funny if you guys are just trying to dress awful at the beach.
Or we ever.
I kind of like that.
Stunt coordinator to help with the running?
Just, yeah, the running thing, but I probably would have said, cut. Let's give that run another shot.
A running consultant?
Yeah, just someone who said,
film?
Don't squat and run. We're not, there's not a small ceiling here. Outdoors. Hey, that didn't work.
All right, it's time for another beach tip. You're hanging. We've been having a great time. We've been here now a couple hours. You really got to take care of your lady at the beach, okay? For example, sweetie, you're getting a little red on your knees.
Care for your lady.
Oh, I am. Could you help me?
Oh, I could easily do that for you.
We hear her voice again.
Yeah.
Wham.
Why wouldn't she be able to? Why would she need help getting it
with
on
her knees? She could do her own knees.
Exactly. She fucking knew what she did.
You should have done her shoulders and then gone down onto her tits. And
do I have to repeat myself over and over again?
Why don't you rub it on her stomach?
I had a very jealous girlfriend watching.
Yeah.
So I knew I could touch a knee, maybe.
That was it.
She probably got mad at you for that, too.
I'm sure.
Oh, sweetie, you're getting a little red on your knees.
Oh, I am. Could you help me?
Oh, I could easily do that for you.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Could you help me?
I am.
I am? Maybe I have some suntan lotion here.
Yeah, could I rub some lotion? Would you?
Thank you. I got the lotion here somewhere. Mrs. Littman left it.
It rubs the lotion on its knee.
Put the lotion on the fucking knee. Would you?
Let's hear her voice again.
Oh, I could easily do that for you.
Get 3 wines, Sam. I am.
Oh, I could easily do that for you.
No,
Sam.
Oh, I am.
For example, sweetie, you're getting a little red on your knees.
Oh, I am.
Oh, I could easily do that.
And you pointed at her knee, but you didn't touch it. It was very funny to watch. Now that I know that,
Do I have to say it again?
Was your girlfriend jealous?
Fuck.
I am.
I remember going, how the fuck am I going to do this? Why did I put up with that shit?
Yes. Sometimes you just
I guess we all ask that question, right?
Yeah. I got shit about things I would say on the air about girls' pussies. My girlfriend yelled at me one time. She's like, I'm here to listen to you talking about girls' pussies. I'm like, I'm not going to censor what I say on the radio for you. The show, I told her, it's not meant for you. Don't fucking listen. I really had it out with her.
Exactly.
Don't listen.
We were good guys, too, man. And we still got so much shit from our girls. Yeah, we saw a lot of nudity, but we didn't...
Oh, did we ever?
I always had a no-touch rule. I'm like, maybe that'll be okay.
No.
Fuck.
Not okay. Always a problem.
Then that was just a waste of time anyway.
Right? Yeah.
So then you look back and go, holy
all
fuck, what we could have done.
Yeah. Passed up a lot of box.
Imagine?
Oh, my God.
We should have fucking got a Greyhound bus and just sent them home. Why didn't we just send them home?
Goodbye.
This is bringing up other shit now. Why didn't we just send them home?
Just send them
We were
home.
way more excited about our careers and where they were going than they were. They were always fucking pissy. I'm like,
pissy about it.
What the fuck? Do you understand? We knew at the time where it was leading to. It was there was no doubt in our minds as you see ridiculous confidence in these old clips when we shouldn't have had any confidence yet. We had no. Actually, at this point, we did have a pretty big audience.
Did your girls know each other before you two?
No, but they became instant best friends.
Commiserating with the awful life they had to lead. Yeah.
Yeah, we gave them really nice lives.
Fuck them.
And we weren't.
What I say.
And we were respectful. We didn't do anything wrong.
Right up until the end. And major wrong.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Major wrong.
At least you got out early.
That's right. Fucking skedaddled.
I probably hung in there, let me think.
There another couple of years, right?
I hung in there probably 3 to 4 years longer than I should have.
Wow.
That is an asshole, ladies and gentlemen.
No, having married her and had a kid with her would have been...
I always wanted to get married and have kids, but I just knew. But for some reason, I didn't pull the trigger. I think it goes back to, watching my dad do the exact same thing with my mom. It's called enabling kids.
But that would have made
Don't do it.
That would have made you stupid. You didn't do that.
No, at least I didn't go all in. But I hung in a relationship 3 or 4 years longer than I should have. Why? We all do it.
Everyone's done that. Even if it's not 3 years, some people have done it for 6 months, and some people have done it for 10 years.
Right.
3 years is not 4 years is not that bad considering And
then when there was no career, then it was blatantly obvious.
I remember you came to my apartment on fucking where was I living? I was on 43rd Street at the time, and you came up. I still remember I was looking at my post, I remember what I was looking at. You're like, yeah, me and my girlfriend broke up, or you told me you were really bummed out, and that was right after we got booted.
Right.
Not long.
I was probably bummed because we were together a while, but I also knew, fuck, finally. And I'll get through this shit and figure it out now.
There's that thing. It's like, the status quo is broken a little bit. I don't know what to do, but freedom!
Remember Francine came over? I wanted to fuck Francine so bad.
Oh my goodness.
No, I never did.
No.
She just hung out.
Good. Talk to you.
No, I wanted to. I was bummed.
Well, anyway, back to this.
Also in the clip, your T-shirt sleeves are past your elbows.
Jesus. That really is bad news.
That was the style.
Yeah, wear shirt or culottes.
Oh, you fucking Joan Rivers? What are you doing? You're doing the red carpet?
We got the fashion police in the studio today?
Yeah, the fashion police. You fruit.
I'm just saying the tails on the T are very long.
Yeah.
But that's how the T-shirts were.
Oh.
Most people escape looking back at their douchiness because there's no video of them.
Yeah, it's true.
This is back in the day when you didn't have a lot of video.
That's true, too. Sure.
You had to bring a huge camcorder to the beach to capture this.
That's right.
Not your phone.
If you're on video at this time, you're probably like a little kid. Like your parents have the video camera.
Right.
Like you weren't at the age where you were able to just have a camera.
Oh, your uncle.
Yeah, sure. You're right. Show your fucking pictures.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
We've seen Sam Roberts on that Nickelodeon show. You look like a little fucking dweeb.
That's just probably dressed like that. I had jean shorts on, my shit was tucked in and bloused out. And
with your big flipper feet.
Stop saying bloused out.
You don't like the blousey look?
Blouse.
Not anymore, no. I understand that at a time it was acceptable.
Absolutely.
But no one called it blousing out.
Well, that's what you would do, though.
I'm going to blouse my shirt. You just untucked it a little.
Right.
No, you tuck in your shirt, and then you kind of blouse it out a little bit.
Untuck it a little.
So it looks kind of blousy.
One tuck. One no tuck.
I swear to you that I left the house that day thinking I looked cool as shit.
Did you really?
Fuck yeah.
No, that wasn't done to be ironic?
Hey, if you want to go all in with this, I'm telling you everything.
Oh, no.
I guarantee I left the house thinking I looked cool as shit.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee that color was in for whatever reason, whether it was some band was wearing the shirt or something.
Gay parade.
Whatever. Right.
Your best jorts?
Jorts. Sam is a dick.
Those are
right, though.
I shopped at the Gap, so I guarantee those are Gap.
That's cool.
Jean shorts.
Gap jorts.
That's cool.
Shorts. I had the sunglasses that were in. I think those were Revos.
Nice.
Damn.
Oh yeah, and the hair. What are you gonna do?
Hey.
I knew I had to sacrifice to get it to the place where I wanted it.
You were a lovable mop top.
I had to grow it out. But maybe I should put
Were you
it under
growing
a
it
hat.
out?
Yes, I was.
Did you ever tell Aunt you got to step up your game a little bit in terms of style?
Nah.
Like, with the free T-shirts and stuff?
No, I used to laugh that he would bring home all the free
Oh, it was great. I had all kinds of...
What are you doing?
And then the ex-wife worked at the liquor store, of course. So I was able to, she'd bring home just liquor shirts.
Yeah.
Because, the liquor delivery guys would come, and they'd bring fucking swag and shit. So I had, Jack Daniels shirts and...
Did you have a bunghole liquor?
I think I did have a bunghole liquor shirt.
Nice.
It was bunghole liquors.
Right.
Bunghole liquor. It's funny,
parking
right?
in rear.
Oh, I get it.
Parking
now.
in rear.
Bunghole.
Get it? Yeah.
No, it's a real place, Sam.
It's a real place.
Bunghole Liquors. What was their slogan? Something, something, and parking in rear.
Poker in the front, liquor in the rear.
Oh.
Say cards and booze.
Oh, I see.
Oh, that was the slogan.
Wasn't it something like
Ant's
that?
not lying.
Yeah.
I mean, Ant's not, whatever. Yeah, poker in front, liquor in rear. That's absolutely what the slogan was.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Who don't love that?
That's a pun.
What?
Do they really have poker, though?
I don't know. Doesn't make sense if you don't have poker.
They
Right.
probably just had like one card table.
I think it
so
was
they could
just
use
poker in the front, liquor in the rear.
just
They just wanted to put that on a shirt.
Yeah, they were trying
They
to.
didn't care.
They were trying hard.
Yeah, they were.
Well, I just found I have a picture of how I used to dress.
Oh.
I did. I recently found my first piece of press ever. It was from November of 1990.
Right.
It was a little.
Were you convicted?
There was a little newspaper article.
Oh.
And can you see my fucking shirt that I was wearing?
Oh, it's like
Wait, let me see.
striped, and it looks like something E-Rock would wear now. It's a child's shirt.
It's really awful, like a striped child pajama shirt.
Yes,
that is
it's
something
pajamas. It does. It
It does look like something E-Rock would wear
You
now.
should see the rest of this.
E-Rock loves childish clothes.
He does.
All right, we should blow the rest of this.
No,
What?
we gotta finish.
No,
People
no.
like closure on this radio show.
Oh, yeah.
Also, people are writing down tips for picking up girls. It is getting warm out.
It is true. Oh, boy. Jesus.
Let's listen to, if you recall, she's got a little redness on her knee that she needs
that's
help
what
with.
happened.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sweetie, you're getting a little red on your knees.
Oh, I am. Could you help me?
Oh, I could easily do that for you.
Thank you.
Huh?
It doesn't look like you're using your hand. It looks like someone off camera is holding the hand of a cadaver.
Yes.
And just moving.
There's no life in the fingers. You're just kind of moving your hand around on the knee.
But even that, and if it's the Hampton Beach Casino, which I think it is, up there, the beach outside the Hampton Beach Casino,
Yeah.
that's a long ride home. I guarantee, I have no idea anymore, but I bet you it was a cold ride home.
I bet
Just
you.
because I did that.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Maybe, was it nerves or what? Because it sounds like, too,
And this might have been the same day I had to look at the beer taps when we were in the strip club.
Oh, right.
Why the
And you can call me a pussy all you want, but it wasn't worth it to me.
Well, everybody had a great idea that we'd all go to the strip club, even with the girls. So
And
we
I looked at
lanced
my
them.
girl going, really? Because this is not your thing.
Yeah.
She's like, no, it'll be fun. No, it'll be fun.
And she's getting the vibe off of Jen, who's just like, I don't care where the fuck we go. So, you know.
I'm
So
like,
we went to the
and
strip
I remember
club.
even saying that, I'm like, you sure? Because I know this isn't your thing. I know you have a problem with this type of
Opie
stuff.
had to avert his eyes like Medusa herself was dancing on stage. He couldn't look at one of the strippers without his chick getting pissed.
I was doing all the moves, like itching like your face and looking down.
You getting mad, the girl? Your girl was getting mad?
Yeah,
at the strip club.
But I'm like, you said it was all right. At the
club.
What do you think we're going to do in here?
Yeah, what are you supposed to do?
So I remember, and I've told this story maybe too many times, but I remember finally getting near beer taps.
Yeah.
And able to look through the reflection of the beer taps.
It's like, oh, good, I can see.
Because I still wanted to
a reflection. Yeah.
I still wanted to look.
Take a peek.
It's embarrassing to even admit this shit, but it is the truth.
It might have been nervousness that your chick was going to get jealous, but it did also sound like your improv skills failed you again, because you made a sound when you got the mic, like you were about to say something, but then you just decided to say nothing.
Oh.
What?
Listen.
Well, this is where Cream Pie Jones got it from.
Oh.
Because I think he did very similar. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh.
You go like...
A little lotion.
Cadaver hand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Huh? We're getting there. Anthony, want
And I go,
sure.
Hey, that is where Cream Pie Jones got it from.
Right.
Except he was handling shit.
So was
Right. And seeming to enjoy it on his hands a little more.
Oh, yeah.
You got that
All right. Let her
Now it's time for Ant.
Yes.
I hope he doesn't do anything outrageous.
I know.
hope not
I hope he
either.
doesn't mess us up.
No, me.
Yeah.
Looks like you're getting a little red sitting out in the sun. You need a little lotion?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay.
squirts on our tits. Everybody's laughing.
You loser!
I wanted to start rubbing it into her tits.
You hear
Back to the tits.
You hear you loser.
But I couldn't.
And why don't we do another take? Because the lotion went popping.
I know.
You didn't get a good.
I didn't get a good load.
You didn't get a good
it.
splooge on her chest.
Fucking Oswald squirting the lotion on her.
You loser.
Yeah.
Barely even got on her tits.
I know. What do you want from me?
Sorry, we're not as cool as Sam.
This isn't about me.
But I was sporting the Sam Roberts long before Sam Roberts was. I had the hat on and stuff, but look at that.
That's a natural.
That is a natural.
That is true.
I'm a loser. I'm striking out like crazy. What do I do? What do I do?
You got one more shot. Go for the sweet talk. Girls love sweet talk.
Talk about her looks?
Yeah, just go over there and whatever you notice about her, talk about it. Nice and sweet, though. Okay.
Hi.
Hold on a second. Where's your sweet talk?
I guess my sweet talk failed miserably, so he went for the edit.
Wow, and they don't edit anything out of this show.
No.
And then we're talking right above her. You notice that?
Of course.
Plus, it's the same chick that you just squeezed suntan lotion on her tits.
Which you forget?
Yeah. And then you also hit her in the tits with the newspaper.
I know.
Go home sick.
And why are those other guys not talking to her?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Do they have jean shorts on?
No, they're wearing board shorts.
Wearing all those 90s fucking jams and shit.
Yeah, like bathing suits. They're in beach attire.
Why weren't we in beach attire?
Because you wanted to wear your jorts
know.
and bloused forearm t-shirt.
So terrible.
Jorts? You don't like jorts?
No.
All right. Can we get to the end of this?
Look at the on you. I was noticing your ass earlier. It's a nice ass. I'd like to to that. Come on, but we can make beautiful music together. You know what I mean?
It's obvious you scored at the beach. Ant, here.
Is it something I said? What did I do?
Some ass.
She has a nice ass.
She does have a very nice ass.
And the big ass
creative director Dave Douglas. Are you kidding me? Pause. He never did anything creative for this show or our radio show.
No. He didn't come up with the bit?
Maybe it's for the whole show.
I think he came up with the title.
Real Rock?
No, his title.
Oh.
Creative director.
Of course he did.
That's the most creative part.
I want to be the creative director.
I think it's to walk away with the song playing. And
I want to see the rest of the walk. What are you writing in the sand there?
I'm a loser, I think. I wrote loser.
But you can't really read it.
Why would you be able to read it?
Why'd you write I'm a loser in the sand?
Who writes that in the sand?
I felt bad because Opie left with the girl.
She had a good ass,
So why would you write
did.
something bad about Opie? Why would you write bad about yourself?
Well, you know, I was feeling bad about myself.
Yeah, why did you just walk away, grab her hand? Why would, I don't understand how that happened. Like, all of a sudden she liked you.
What?
I don't know.
Because you didn't hit her in the tit?
Because I scored.
Oh.
I'm amazed I'm actually holding her hand walking down the beach, by the way.
You didn't even sweet talk her.
Yeah, really.
I'm amazed by that.
Get in trouble?
I really have no recollection.
She's going to get burned everywhere but 1/8 of an inch of her knee. And she arguably has a mosquito still on her shoulder.
Yeah. I'm dejected.
Oh.
Outtake.
When? Oh, you
Wait a minute. Opie, you're a maniac.
See, there's the big reveal.
Opie threw the ball. She's fucking.
God, Opie.
She was a sexy girl right
Clap
there.
her in the head.
She's sexy.
You son of a bitch.
Damn.
And then I act normal there, though.
Yeah, perish the thought we had a normal moment during the.
Yeah. I like the
Little
outtakes.
bit.
That's very Cannonball Run-like.
Very, yes. It's, Hal Needham comes on at the end and says, "Okay, cut it."
Yeah, the outtakes are actually better than the fucking...
Well, as it turns out, Opie, not Anthony, is actually the psycho.
Whoa.
Oh, no, fucking Sam.
Anthony codependently ran over there.
Of course.
Okay, I'll help you. She was fucking pretty juicy, though.
She was all right. She was all right.
Oh, no, she had
Nice ass on her.
So I'll tweet the video, but it's everywhere.
What a lovely body shape.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to
It's in
kiss
the
her.
places, so.
Yeah, right in her backside. I wanted to kiss her right where the sickness comes out.
That's good.
I think that'll be the last one for a while.
Yeah, huh?
I think.
I hope not.
No, I hope not.
There's a few hours.
There's more?
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the other.
Our old intern, Brian, put on his YouTube channel the waterbed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's not as impressive
thrilling
as I thought it was.
No, it's not.
Was it bad?
No, it was all right. I mean, we're not talking in it because we couldn't go to. I remember we couldn't go to that backyard.
No,
we had to stay at the station.
Yeah.
So we, our pal Jay, we sent there to be a correspondent.
Yes.
And that's where the famous "Come over" came from.
Come over.
Come over.
Shit. That was
our friend Jay, who was from Atlanta, who's now living in L.A.
Had a long time.
I missed the fuck out of that guy.
Justin Stengel is checking in.
What did he say?
He believes that there was one line that went underappreciated.
Oh, really, Justin? What was that?
That was Ant saying we could make beautiful music together.
That was terrible.
Me and Jimmy did look at each other, and he cringed during the speaking of that
When he
line.
let you off the hook.
We could make beautiful music. What is it? The 30s?
Well, that's the funny part is even even though this is like a silly thing and you're just being silly, that was still a natural thing to fly out.
But it was from Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
you know, we could make beautiful music, something like that.
I don't know.
But, yeah.
Beautiful music together.
That was really bad. You're right. You're right. That's like...
That was a terrible line.
You went from, like, talking about her tits and, like, smacking her to being like, we could make beautiful music
to, like,
together.
fucking, yeah, I'm a 30s movie.
The Photoshops are getting brutal. This Spicoli at the end of Fast Times at Ridgemont High after the surfing competition.
Yeah.
And it says, we're talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays.
So we're going to wing on over to London and jam with the Stones.
Oh, the inspiration for the Opster was absolutely Spicoli.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You made a conscious effort to be more like Spicoli?
Probably.
The Opster did, I mean, not you.
Yeah. Yeah, the Opster.
Yeah, the Opster did.
Long gone. Trust me.
Long gone.
Would you give the Opster any advice if you could go back in time?
Oh, God, no.
What would you do?
I would probably try to drown him.
Right there at the beach.
Oh, God, yeah.
That was hilarious. Just drown him. Imagine some guy comes up and it's you now and you just start drowning. It's like, what are you doing?
Who wouldn't want to drown their old self?
The first thing I would do is walk up behind me on the beach real slowly, grab that fucking hunk of shit hanging off the back of my fucking ponytail thing and just snip it right off. And then hold it up and go, what the fuck is this?
I would also push over my ex-girlfriend.
That's true. I would say I
would just yell at, what are you sad about?
I'd serve the divorce papers right there on the beach.
right there.
I'd be like, here it is.
When you guys look back, do you kind of regret staying faithful in these situations?
Yes, of course. God damn it. Jesus. Opportunities all the fucking time.
Yeah.
All the time. Every day.
Unbelievable.
Ugh.
Yeah, you can't have regrets. You just got to move on, right?
Can't always get what you want.
I'm going to eat. I'm starving.
Yeah.
Right. We're talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays.
More Opie.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
What a riff.
Fucking great.
What a riff.
I never get tired of AC/DC. Never.
Good shit.
Angus Young, 59 today. Happy birthday. Al Gore, 66 today.
Cool. Inventor of the internet and global warming.
Christopher Walken, 71.
Oh, 71.
And Mrs. Partridge.
Shirley Jones?
80.
80 years old, Mrs. Partridge. And 80 years old, wow.
80 years old.
Mr. Kincaid's dead.
How did that Noah movie do over the weekend?
Pretty good.
Rich Voss called me over the weekend, yesterday, I guess.
What does a Jew know about that?
And he was going to see Noah with his fine wife, Bonnie, who was celebrating her birthday.
Yeah.
And I laughed at him because I said this movie was getting bad reviews, but even a bad movie just does very well at the box office, huh? 44 million? That's a good opening weekend.
That is a hell of a weekend there.
That's a boat movie right there.
A lot of people were under the misconception that it was very religious-based, I guess. But it's kind of a story about Noah taken from, of course, the Bible. And made into just kind of an action movie.
Right.
Kind of a, they don't really reference all the God stuff. It's hey, there's going to be this giant flood. Here's what you need to do, and here's what, the hardships you're going to have to endure. So it's more of just a kind of an action-filled movie.
How do they explain getting the animals?
I don't know. I think there's some magic going on, because they said, the creator. They reference God as the creator, not God or anything.
They don't say God?
No.
They were too scared to say God.
I think so. Maybe they didn't want to, kind of divvy up the audience and make it like, okay, is this a Catholic Christian movie? Or
if you're going to make a movie about Noah, you got to reference God. Even if you don't say God or...
Well, I said the creator.
The creator.
They didn't really go with the God thing.
That's weird.
What did Noah call him, though? I'm back in those days. How did they talk?
Which is odd.
Hank.
He, I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Well, don't they say he lived to be 900, Noah?
I don't know. This one begat that one begat.
It's a whole chapter. That's all it is.
I know.
You could skip that chapter.
Skip right through that.
Easily, yes.
Hey, is it 3D?
Everything's 3D.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
I would assume
see it in IMAX.
I would assume it's 3D.
Yeah, there's IMAX 3D for this.
It has to be.
I am.
You can't put a movie out without a 3D alternative.
Yeah. Look, Noah drives a car. Apple falls.
You're close.
What about the boat? Could someone call us? How big was the boat, and did they try to get all those...
a few cubits one way, some cubits this way, another few cubits that way. And since you don't even know what a fucking cubit is, who knows?
Yes, I do.
What is it?
It's what you tell someone to do when they have a circle. Tell them it's a cubit.
I thought it was the little fucking cherub that shot arrows at Valentine's Day.
That's Cupid. That's different.
Shut the fuck up.
The hipsters are smoking coffee.
Why? Pot's like kind of legal.
It says screw pot and what else do they say? Cigarettes. They're smoking coffee. What's that about?
But is it literally like smoking it out of a pipe?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Or do they smoke it and then brew it? I don't know.
There it is. Forget tobacco, pot. Teens turn to smoking coffee. Could we just play this?
These wacky teens.
They're smoking coffee. The Opster would have smoked coffee.
Oh, this is in a way never thought of before. They're smoking it. Coffee smoking is a dangerous new trend that's going viral.
Why is it dangerous?
Teens.
I don't know.
We've heard of people eating coffee beans, but smoking them is a whole other thing.
Whoa.
There are websites popping up online that will teach kids step by step how to roll their own.
Yeah, this is what I hate about the news.
We're about to legalize marijuana.
They're turning everyone on to this.
Yeah.
I would have never known about this.
Who would have known?
Beanheads. Something a young person would do and no geezer would ever do this, and that's part of the charm of it.
What does it do?
But the side effects can be dangerous. People have reported trouble breathing, dizziness, vomiting, even hallucinations.
That sounds cool.
Whatever. Let's smoke some coffee today.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
I would just take some coffee granules, espresso.
Right.
Well, espresso might be too thin.
Do you mix it with a cigarette a little bit, or maybe
a little tobacco? Keep it burning nice,
right?
Even, and smoke up, dude.
Smoke up.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. That just sounds stupid.
So the Noah thing.
No one's doing that.
So the Noah thing, they don't really explain this. Did he collect the animals or not? Or did they blow off that part of the story?
Well, I think even in the Bible, Noah has, like, God's help, right? With getting the animals?
The Creator's help.
So it's magic.
Oh.
They use magic.
Oh.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Every time you can't explain something from the Bible, you just use magic, because God uses magic.
Nice.
That's all you need to know.
You push it for UConn? Now that they're in the Final Four?
They're my team. They have been since the start. I said it was going to be UConn.
With Shabazz? You all in with Shabazz?
Huh? What's that?
All right.
Yes, Shabazz.
There's Shabazz.
I'm all about UConn, but somebody said they're just not going to beat, Florida? Huh? What?
Yeah, you got Florida in there still. You got Kentucky in there. You got UConn. Who's the last team? Wisconsin. Thank you, Sam Roberts, who doesn't watch basketball.
I don't think a lot of people saying UConn not going to get past the Gators.
Well, the Gators are tough.
But you know the last time the Gators lost in the competition in the Final Four? Who was it against?
I'm not helping you.
UConn. Thank you. Whoa. It's my sports break. Just regurgitating everything I heard on 10-10 Wins on my drive in. And while I was going, get off the sports, get the traffic.
I know. By the way, Justin Stangl has a perfect bracket still.
Does he?
Yep, he announced it on Twitter last night. Perfect bracket still.
I'm going out on a limb here. He didn't go. He's lying.
He's not lying. He just isn't part of that whole $1 billion thing. Payoff from what's his name?
Oh, he should have been on that then.
From Buffett. But he has a perfect bracket
Jimmy?
still.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett's. Yeah, I think he's in the Jimmy Buffett.
The Jimmy Buffett bracket thing is a lot different.
Thing, yeah.
You win a margarita.
Wow.
It's great, and a little parrot hat.
This guy's going to tell us how they got all the animals on the boat in that movie.
Oh!
I remember as a kid when I was learning about Noah.
I taught you to smile.
At religion class.
Yeah.
You never went to religion class?
I went to catechism.
Did you go to religion class?
What's the difference?
You had to go to some strange couple's house.
Oh, fuck, you got molested. I so didn't do that. I went to St. Anthony of Padua's church there, and they had a school there.
And it was the most depressing family ever, was teaching the religion class, and you could tell they had major problems in their household.
Of course they did. It's the only reason they're doing it.
And we had to learn about Noah, and I remember even being a little kid going, how the fuck did they get all those animals on a boat? Why doesn't anyone explain this to me?
That is the real deal breaker when a kid is learning about the Bible, is the Noah story. Because then you're like, wait, even I can understand this.
Well, according to Neil Tyson... Oh, they didn't do bugs, though. Never mind. You know there's over 1 million different beetles alone?
Yeah. They took bugs on the ark, didn't they?
I thought it was just animals.
Well, bugs are animals. Everything that didn't get on the boat died.
It must suck, though, to be on the boat and a mosquito lands on you and you can't swat it. Not that you would have in that video.
Brush it off like Opie did.
But you imagine that?
The mosquito was fine.
There's a bee fucking somewhere and you're like, kill a bee. Don't!
Yeah. No, we need them.
Exactly.
Both.
We'll never have good graham crackers if you don't. See, honey?
Honey.
Because the bees will be dead.
I know that there was an edit that went on when they got all the stories for the Bible. They probably should have said the Noah one's going to be a rough one.
This one's going to be tough for people to swallow.
Yeah, so maybe we blow this one off.
Yeah. They liked it, though. They went with it.
People actually look at that and think it really happened that way. It's almost like it's just childish to think that. It's childish.
It's unbelievably childish.
Bill in Georgia. Bill.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, I know how they did it in the movie.
How?
It was CGI.
Oh, they used CGI to do it in the movie.
Oh, so they must have did CGI back in Noah's time.
Yeah.
Did they really show all the animals on the boat?
Yeah.
This never happens in my real life.
People don't just hang up in the middle of a conversation.
People, there's like a sort of an ending.
How you doing?
Or a follow-up?
It's like old 70s TV show phone calls.
Yeah.
When they're like, hello, hello.
Right.
All right, I'll see you then at noon. Click. And
they never say goodbye on TV.
They don't say goodbye. I guess they just figure it as a waste of time. Yeah, you assume they're going to
They could save a second or two, right?
Yeah. All right, and they both know they just hang up.
Yeah.
That never happened.
Date is at 8. Click. What happened?
But where? We don't have cell phones yet. Steve in Orange County.
Yeah, when I was a kid, going to full-blown Catholic school, elementary school, we're trying to figure out Noah's Ark. And my genius cousin from Mineola says, well, if Noah's Ark is true, where do transvestites come from? And I didn't know what a transvestite was.
Oh.
It took me a while to figure that out. Where do transvestites come from?
Well, I'll field this one. I don't think that they come from anywhere, so I think that was just a natural progression.
Jimmy will send you Google Maps, and he'll let you know where they come from.
Yeah, I would say, sir, that as what happened was as ladies began to develop more, they branched out.
Oh, okay.
So is it natural? Is it natural selection or unnatural selection?
Oh, I think it's very natural.
Natural selection.
That's nature's way of going. These lovely ladies won't be having children, so we can kind of cut off the reproductive cycle of human beings.
Sure.
Steve, you feeling those earthquakes out there?
No, I'm in Orange County, New York.
Oh, that's different.
We thought you were from the OC.
I thought you were from the OC, too.
No, this is the real Orange County.
I don't think anyone in the OC really.
They're saying
they did in Anaheim.
They're saying the big one's coming for L.A. This is a sign that the big one's coming.
They always say that.
But a lot of tremors. What, over 100 tremors over the weekend alone or something like that? That's a lot, right?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think
would
that's
guess
a lot.
it is.
All right.
Punch out, guys. Have a good day.
All right, we got a guy that saw the movie and reads the Bible. This could help us out.
Oh, good.
Jeff in Kentucky. Oh, it's this guy. Oh. Is this your guy?
No, that's Larry.
Oh, all right. Thank God. All right. What's up, Jeff? Sorry, I thought you were Larry.
No. Yeah, I saw the movie over the weekend, and I went back and read the passages of the Bible about Noah just to see how close the movie really was. And, parts of it they got right, and then parts of it they wildly embellished on. So, they had
Oh, no.
Isn't the whole thing
You mean
a
the
wild
Bible?
embellishment?
You mean they embellished on that true story?
I thought he meant the
They
Bible.
embellished on what's written in the Bible.
Okay,
Right,
fair.
right.
Fair enough.
Fair enough, sir.
We were going for a joke.
Yeah.
Fair enough, sir.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So, how did they get the animals into the Bible, into the ark?
Into the Bible. Both in the Bible and in the movie, God, or the Creator, as they refer to him in the movie, it calls the animals to go to Noah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like that. He can just call the animals, so that's how. If he had to round them up, that would be a
So
problem.
why couldn't God just make a big hill and stick the animals on that?
Yeah.
Why does fucking Noah have to build a boat and get every animal? By the way, people who believe that Drek, how did he get animals from like Africa and all these other rare animals that are like sectioned off? This is, if you believe the Earth is 6,000 years old and this was a couple thousand years ago, how did he get all of these animals from different places? And then how did animals like Komodo dragons wind up in remote parts of the world? And I guess, were they saying that they're water-based or whatever?
They were all let off on, what, Mount Ararat?
Yeah, so how did they get from one place to another? They all just stand on magic floaty things and the good Lord floated them over?
Yeah.
Well, I think anybody who believes that the Earth is 6,000 years old is a fool.
Yeah.
That's just, it just can't be right.
So how did the animals get distributed after the flood receded and all of them got off of the boat? Like,
It doesn't say in the movie or in the Bible.
or in the Bible?
Yeah, why would it?
You just assume.
Yeah.
All right, more magic.
Yeah,
Okay.
they just went somewhere and they're kind of exclusive to that part of the world.
Right.
But they all got them from those parts of the world, got them on the boat.
Big giraffes swimming in the ocean, trying to get somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. 40 days and 40 nights. We've had a lot of rain here. I don't think 40 days and 40 nights would be enough to have a boat float around the Earth.
To flood the
Earth.
The
no.
Earth?
No.
And all that water would have to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
In the movie, there are actually springs that shoot up out of the ground to help with the process.
But you do, you know what? You know what I don't get either? The water we have on the Earth is the water we have.
Yeah.
No more gets made. It's the full volume of water we have on this Earth. How do you make so much as to flood the Earth, and then when it recedes, where does it go?
Can I ask a really dumb question?
All right.
Can you get rid of water permanently? Permanently.
Permanently get rid of water. I think you could change its form, but I don't think you could get rid of it.
Evaporate it to steam.
Yeah, it'll evaporate into steam or
But
freeze
that's not getting
into
rid of it
solid.
Permanently, right?
No, I don't think you can. I think whatever water we have, yeah, I think it stays.
So
unless you start busting apart the molecules. Wait, let me think.
Right. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So if you get hydrogen, you get like a fuel cell type thing, make hydrogen and oxygen. But I think in the long run, the byproduct of using hydrogen as fuel is H2O again. So I don't think you can really get rid of it.
So when the cities start flooding eventually.
Right. Where does that come from?
We're not going to be able to get rid of some of this water permanently.
I don't know.
We'll be able to build around it a little bit.
You got to stand there with brooms. Similar to broom.
Some brooms.
A broom?
Whip it back.
A broom.
Brooms. All right, there.
I might be wrong on this, but I believe in the Bible it says that at the time of Noah that rain had never fallen on the ground. I believe. I'm not sure.
How really?
Maybe all
everything live.
Just idiocy.
Oh, it was the only thing really that lived. It was kind of a barren land.
There's not one story in that Bible, not one story you could just go, oh, okay. Everything's got this weird little twist to it.
I tell you, Christ rising from the dead after 3 days is the most believable thing in the Bible. What'd he do? He got up, moved the rock. I can live with that.
That I could probably deal with.
We've all seen Walking Dead.
Of course.
We can accept that one.
Wait, what? The Shroud of Turin is real, even though they're carbon dated it and they've said it's the wrong stuff and it's 2,000 years off. All right, we'll accept that.
I got to frame it, hang it on my shop wall. I'll give you $25.
Did they throw that thing away yet? Now that they know it's like just
toilet paper.
That's complete nonsense.
Could they
it's
really
not connected to Jesus
at all? How could you think that putting a cloth on a guy's face, you're going to get a perfect imprint of his face? When has that ever happened?
I don't know.
It's probably possible. No. Let's say hi to Mike. He wants to talk about the missing page of the Bible.
Oh, no.
Mike in Indiana.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
It's the one in the beginning where it says this is a work of fiction?
Yeah, that's the one, exactly.
Oh!
Whoa!
Characters may be coincidental and are fictional.
You ruined the guy's joke.
I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
Great.
Way to go. Way to steal my thunder, man.
I'm sorry, buddy. I didn't know you were going for a joke.
Good job, Mikey. Let's say hi to Art in Pittsburgh. Art.
Hey, guys.
What are you, hanging on a wall or something?
Hilarious, Chip.
Yeah. Perfect for a Monday.
What made me start to doubt religion was, early on, was listening to Bill Cosby's Noah. And, it got me thinking about, this probably isn't real. And that was a hilarious.
Oh, remember that one? Noah, yes?
I love that bit.
I remember
Does it hold
that.
up? How old is the Noah
sure
bit?
It doesn't.
From Bill Cosby.
I would guarantee you it doesn't hold up.
Why?
I don't know. Old Bill Cosby stuff, it doesn't really hold up. No.
I think it holds up.
I
haven't
don't think so.
The dentist?
I don't know.
His skiing story?
Yeah? How old is that?
They're like 40 years old, probably.
Wow.
How long's the Noah?
Oh, I bet it's fucking... I bet it's an hour long.
It's like 3 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
It's 3 minutes. Let's at least try.
All right.
Bill Cosby, Noah.
Let's see.
The great Bill Cosby.
It's a black and white TV set.
Wow.
You're so young there.
Thank you. I want to talk to you about a fellow by the name of Noah who built an ark. Now, everybody knows, you ask a question, say, what did Noah do? He said, well, he built an ark. But very few people know about the actual conversation that went on between the Lord and Noah.
This is pretty brave.
You see, Noah was a
time?
carpenter, and he was in his rec room sawing away, making a few things for the home there. Hooba, 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 hooba.
He's sawing.
Noah.
Yeah. He's looking around.
Hooba, 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 hooba. Noah. Who is that? It's the Lord, Noah. Right. Where are you? What do you want? I've been good. I want you to build an ark. Right. What's an ark? Go out into the woods, collect all of the animals in the world by twos, and make the ark out of cubits, 80 cubits, 40 cubits, 30 cubits. Right. What's a cubit? Let's see, a cubit. I used to know what. Well, don't worry about that. Just go out and collect all those animals by twos, male and female, and put them into the ark. Right. Who is this really?
Who is this?
What's going on? How come you want me to do all these weird things? I'm going to destroy the world. Right. Am I on candid camera?
There we go.
How you gonna do it? Want to make it rain for 1,000 days and drown them out? Right. Listen, do this, you'll save water. Let it rain for 40 days and 40 nights and wait for the sewers to back up. Right.
That holds up, no?
That's a good bit. Yeah, I mean, it's like...
It's, you know, it's
Cosby
quaint.
was brilliant, man.
It's quaint now. You know.
I think it holds up. I thought that was pretty brave, too, for the time. That looks like it's the early 60s.
Oh, yeah. He was fucking brilliant, Bill Cosby, man.
Yeah.
Like, what a... they had zero content freedom on TV.
Mm-hmm.
To talk about any type of religion or biblical stuff and being a black guy doing it, like, that was definitely a brave thing.
Why did Noah have to build the ark? Why, if God is so powerful, he would have been able to figure that out on his own, right?
Yeah, Noah had to do it.
Why did Noah have to do it?
It's always some test.
And what if Noah...
Something some guy's got to do that God makes him do. It's always that.
And what if Noah, you know, collected a dud or two when he was collecting the animals? Would he be in trouble for that?
He probably did. I don't know how that works.
Right.
Killed everyone on Earth.
You fast forward, this is kind of interesting, actually. You got Bill Cosby doing some controversial stuff. That looks like at least 40 years ago, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And then you had Louis C.K. doing some God stuff on SNL this weekend.
And that's made a big tizzy.
Has it really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Who didn't like that Louis made fun of God? Like what?
There's some people that don't appreciate that kind of thing.
I understand.
They say that it was offensive. He was talking about God being a murderer and God being your mother, and it was a very funny bit, very
Absolutely.
Louis. And you know, people, they can't take any type of joking about religion. Now, I do understand that Christianity and Catholicism and whatnot, very open, fair game as far as humor goes, as opposed to other religions.
Right.
And people are just petrified to make fun of Muslims and the Islamic religion. So you don't see that. So when you see somebody doing something about Christianity, it's not really all that fucking brave. They might catch some shit, but it's usually just from Twitter or fucking Bill Donahue. But for the most part, you know, you do something about Islam, but there you go. Now you got an issue. Yeah.
I don't think someone like Louis C.K. is doing that material to be brave, obviously.
No, he's just doing it because it's funny.
Yeah, he found something that's funny. And,
yeah.
And he, you know, worked it out, and he put it on SNL, and it was great.
Yeah, I liked his monologue. He just came out and did stand-up.
Right.
That's what he did. No wacky characters coming out or anything like that.
He said he wanted it to be a good monologue, too. I saw him working it out during the week a couple times. He's like, yeah, I really want this monologue to be strong.
Oh, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he nailed it. The crowd was a little flat in general.
I don't think they're there for stand-up. It's weird.
Right.
It's like, because I've seen other comics that have gotten up and just done stand-up when they come out and do SNL, and it's just, the crowd is just not there for stand-up comedy.
They're not a great stand-up crowd, but they're on live television.
Yeah.
They've never been on TV in any way, shape, or form, much less live TV, so they're nervous, too. I mean, the crowd is really weird. I'm never amazed by the audiences at SNL. I think it's because they're on live TV. They're
Laugh, you prick.
What are you nervous for?
Yeah, it's just it's an event. They're nervous for you.
Oh.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Huh. Can we hear a little of Louis C.K.'s material that everyone...
Let's hear.
A lot of people have a problem with?
Let it rip.
I can't see it, Sam.
Louis C.K.
Wow, good job.
Oh, thank you.
Dressed up, too, a little bit.
Jeans, black shoes, and a
little bit, though.
Yeah, like Steve Jobs.
A little bit.
Thank you. That is okay. That's very nice. I hope somebody does that for you someday. It's a very nice thing. I hope you had a good day. It's about all I could do about it is hope. I had a pretty good day. I went out shopping for some things I needed, and now I don't need them because I got them. I got a white noise machine. Do you know what those are, a white noise machine? That's a machine that helps white people sleep at night. Because we shouldn't be able to.
Because we shouldn't be able to.
I'm hungry. I'm a little hungry. I mean, I feel hungry. I think that's what... Americans shouldn't say, I'm hungry. They say, I feel hungry. If you ate today, you shouldn't say, I'm hungry. Hunger's a real thing. I don't have third world hunger. I have first world hunger. I would like a donut. Some people say I'm starving. That's offensive. I am starving. I haven't eaten since 2. I'm starving. Don't say that. Because some people are starving. And they don't say it. You never see a little kid in Africa with his ribs showing. He's like, I am starving right now. I'm like literally starving to death. It's like annoying. I have 2 kids. I went to my daughter's play the other day. I don't know if you have kids, but there is no more joyful feeling in the human experience than when a child's play is over. It's just, nothing feels that good. When you can say, I am not watching that any longer.
True, Travis?
Every second my daughter's on stage, I can't breathe because I'm so proud of her, but this is a bad show. It worked really hard, and it didn't make it good.
Jesus. Of course. That's funny.
I'm glad I'm raising girls, though, because boys are... I don't like boys. I don't like... that's probably a good thing to say. I don't like boys. I don't think women are better than men, but I do think that men are worse than women. You know, we just have... Like, I was talking to my friend, and he said his girlfriend's mad at him. I said, what happened? He goes, well, I guess I said something, and then she got her feelings hurt. Such a weird way to phrase it. She got her feelings hurt. I said something, and then she... Could you more remove yourself from responsibility? She got her feelings hurt. It's like saying, yeah, I shot this guy in the face, and then I guess he got himself murdered. I don't know what happened. He leaned into it. I didn't know.
He looks very comfortable.
Yeah.
I've never been murdered. I'm going to die someday. I accept that. I don't know what happens afterwards. Some people say you go to heaven. I'm totally going to heaven. I'm going to heaven. By the way, this is the only voice I know how to do. I'm totally going to heaven. It's the only voice I have. I can't, like, do impressions. Like, this is my impression of the president. I'm the first black president. I'm, like, literally the first black president.
Doesn't sound like him.
Do you guys think there's a heaven? If you believe you're going to heaven, clap if you think you're going to heaven.
Oh, that's silly.
You think you're going to heaven?
Yeah.
Really? How old are you?
21.
21, and you're a lock for heaven already. You're already got it.
He's doing crowd work on SNL.
For 3 years, you couldn't possibly make a mistake. Well, good luck. Personally, I don't think there's a heaven. I think maybe there's a God, but there's no heaven. I think that's the best news you're going to get. You die, and you're like, hey, God. And he's like, yep. And you're like, where's heaven? And he's like, I don't know who's telling people that. But I'm supposed to make a universe and then another whole amazing place for afterwards? You guys are greedy dicks down there. Well, where do I go? Just stand in this room with me now. I don't like it. Tell me about it. I've been here since 1983. Or whenever. I don't know when God started, but... I'm not religious. I don't know if there's a God. That's all I can say, honestly, is I don't know. Some people think that they know that there isn't. That's a weird thing to think you can know. Yeah, there's no God. Are you sure? Yeah, no, there's no God. How do you know? Because I didn't see him. How do you... There's a vast universe you can see for about 100 yards when there's not a building in the way. How could you possibly... Did you look everywhere? Did you look in the downstairs bathroom? Where have you looked? No, I didn't see him yet. I haven't seen 12 Years a Slave yet. It doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm waiting until it comes on cable. I think if there is a God, I don't know if it's the one in the Bible, because that's a weird story. He's our Father, and we're His children. That's it. Our Father who art in heaven. Where's our mother? What happened to our mom? What did he do to our mom?
This is what people are mad at.
Something happened. Somewhere in heaven there's a porch with a dead lady under it. I want to... Somebody's got to check the trunk of God's car for bleach and rope and fibers. we not have a mother? At least maybe God's divorced. Maybe he has an ex-wife. God's a single dad, and he's raising us alone, and we're praying like, and he's like, I'm trying, it's just me up here. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe your life is your time. This is our weekend with Dad. That's what life is your weekend. And then when you die, you go to Mom's house. It makes sense that God would be a woman, doesn't it? Because you're raised by your mom. I think the reason we made God a man in our cultures is because we want to make sense of the fact that men are in charge. Because otherwise it doesn't really make any sense. Because women, you start with the woman. It's the thing people like to ask, like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Of course it's the egg. Because you can't just make a chicken. You can't just go chicken. You got to start with an egg and grow a chicken. And then people say, oh, well, where did the egg come from? From a chicken, you idiot.
That's good.
Women birthed us, women raised us, so why aren't they running things? I think I know why. I think it's because millions of years ago, women were in charge, and they were mean, they were horrible. They made us walk around naked, and they'd laugh at you, and they'd flick your penis when you walk by. They were awful. But what could you do? It's your mom and her friends. Like, what could you possibly do about it? And then one guy punched his mom, and we were like, we can hit them! And then we did the whole thing. But that's why men are mean to women today, because we're terrified of them. That's why we didn't give women the vote till 1920. Women didn't get the vote in this country. That means American democracy is 94 years old. There are 3 people in my building older than American democracy. That's how women haven't had a rough time. It was so okay to beat your wife until so recently that today we have a kind of shirt named after it. There's a piece of clothing in our culture affectionately nicknamed after beating the crap out of your wife. And for some reason, this is offensive to nobody. I saw a woman on Good Morning America, and she's like, I was walking around my house in a wife beater. I'm like, stop saying it like it's not horrible. Just wearing a wife beater and child murder shorts that I like. Yeah. We have a great show. Sam Smith is here.
Very good. That's how great Louis is.
I'll say that's the best SNL monologue I've ever seen.
Yeah.
By far. That's the best SNL monologue ever.
And that's how great he is. We just sat here and watched it. Man,
that was great.
He killed it.
But that was really great material, man. That was really that was funny material for HBO.
Right.
That was a great set.
What a great observation about God and no mom.
Well, not according to other people
Who's
out
mad
there.
about that? That's
religious people.
Why?
They say they were very offended that he would talk about God like that. And I even read some tweets from people that were saying, "Look, I normally find Louis very funny."
Shit.
Yes, I know.
That's shit. Why can't you be religious and laugh at yourselves?
You can't.
Why?
Because it's very offensive to God and Jesus.
This guy can't be real. Stop it. Bill in California. Bill?
Yeah. Good morning.
Hi.
I think the guy should be banned from NBC, from network TV for those remarks. This is a country founded on Christian principles.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that. Can't do it.
Okay.
But do you feel that he should have the right to say what he wants as a comedian, or do you think he should only kind of say things that push Christian values?
I think he can say what he wants in a private setting, but he's on public airwaves.
But why does that bother you so much?
I'm still not buying this, by the way.
Yeah. On regular radio, we'd get the real people that are against this.
This guy might be joking, but even if he's joking, he still represents a point of view.
Represents a point of view.
Real.
Very good.
Bill, you joking?
Yeah.
Damn it. I missed the days, though, when we got the real calls.
Yeah.
But that is a view that people have.
Right.
Yeah. No, people absolutely have that view.
Silly.
Let's say hi to Derek in Alabama. Derek.
Hey.
What's up?
I was just about the Noah thing. I was going to talk about how, like, throughout history, all across the world, you find different examples of a lot of stories that kind of have similar things. And there are 2 ways that you can kind of judge them as time goes on. And the one is people having to figure out things. So, like Jesus, Muhammad, and types of deities are just different cultures trying to figure out and explain life. And then there are other stories like the flood, which probably happened because you got accounts of around the same time in history of all over the world stories about the flood. But the thing is some people kind of get stuck in the idea of having to explain it. And then there are other people, and I'm guessing you guys are probably in this category too, like me, who you watch specials on it and with scientific things, and the answer is pretty simple. A meteor killed the dinosaurs, and a meteor probably caused a flood, because if a giant meteor hits in the middle of the ocean and displaces enough water, then, that's going to flood.
No, it's not.
But by the way, let me ask you, if a meteor was big enough to do that and to cause floods all over the world, wouldn't it have done a lot more damage than it did?
Well, see, I'm honestly, this is off of a documentary that I saw probably 3 or so years ago, so I'm only cursory kind of remembering. So I'll keep that in mind. But it convinced me, because what I'm getting at is, usually for me, it's, if science comes out and, generally speaking, incredibly says, here's what most of us believe, I'm pretty well like, okay, as opposed to having to, And the thing was, what they presented is that, yeah, just like a meteor came that was big enough that killed the dinosaurs, is that this meteor came and it caused the flood. Now, you're asking me if I know all the ins and outs. No, I'm just saying that out of the things to believe, if it did happen, that seems to me like, okay, that's fine. That works for me, is all I'm saying. I don't need to get caught up in the idea of, oh my God, it might have happened, and how terrible, and what, and it's a scientific explanation. It could be wrong, it could be right, but it makes enough sense, and I'm just, I don't know. I just wanted to put that out there because no one had called in yet and offered any kind of other thing.
And there's also.
Thank you, Derek.
The Joseph on Twitter. This is what's wrong with people who misuse words that they hear. Like Joseph says, I'll give comedians credit for religious humor when they go after Islam. Until then, you're just hacks. First of all, you're misusing the word hack. You're trying to express an angry thought because it bothered you, his bit, or you didn't like the bit or the idea of the bit. But to say it's hack, you just make yourself sound like an ill-informed novice.
It's the opposite of hack.
It wasn't a hack bit.
It's pretty brave material and very clever.
It wasn't a hack bit at all. It was a really brilliant bit.
Funny or not, that's up to you. But there's some brilliance there, of course. Some great observational humor.
And going after if you're going after Catholicism and just going, it stinks. I understand the thing. Well, why aren't you saying that? But to me, the singers are more valid points to, like Madonna with the crucifix, like all these fucking cornball singers that just show the cross and do their image of the cross being bad and like so naughty. They're cowards in a way.
Yeah.
But when you're up there and you're actually breaking down why you feel the way you feel, that's not hack at all. And the thing with Islam, as much, believe me, Islam bothers me. But my entire life, Islam has not been preached to me. What Louis was talking about is what I've heard my entire life.
Right.
I have found Islamic sensitivity recently to be slightly irritating or very irritating, but that's not what I heard my whole life. That's not the story that the United States hears most of the time.
Right.
So you're completely wrong, Joseph, on Twitter. So use the terms right, or just be angry and say he sucks or that sucks, but don't try using words like hack when you obviously don't know what they're supposed to be used for.
Let's go to South Carolina. Kent, you're on the Opie and Anthony show. What's up?
How big's your pecker?
First thing I want to say, Jimmy, man, I saw your stand-up thing the other night. It's hilarious. You and Louis.
Thank you.
My favorite comedians. But, I'm a Christian. I've done Bible study, all that stuff. And I laugh my ass off at that kind of stuff. I don't understand why people got to be so freaking serious about everything all the time. I believe in God. I believe in all that stuff. But you can also, admit when something's funny, and enjoy it.
Right.
I don't understand why people get all bent out of shape about, this kind of stuff when somebody says something basically just to get a rise out of, he doesn't say just to get a rise out of people, but, he's just sitting back laughing at this shit, really.
People have a hard time laughing at themselves.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't bother them or it doesn't affect them, then they're all in and they'll laugh their asses off. But as soon as it's too close to home, that's when they tap out and then have to say it's offensive. Or
they get a little pissy.
But every time you make a joke, you're pissing off somebody, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Insecurities and stuff like that,
Well, look what happened with Stephen Colbert. I mean, look at the cancel Colbert thing on Twitter.
Thank God they didn't bite on that.
No, it's good though. Well, he's almost untouchable unless he came out and said something so horrible.
Yeah,
he's too big on Comedy Central. But what bothered me about Suey Park and this group is that people, if they initially see that tweet, they just think he's saying Chinky Chong or whatever on a tweet for no reason, and they go like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck? Why are you doing that?" All right, I can see them asking why he's doing that. But A, he didn't tweet it, and B, it was an out of context bit. And then in context, he was showing these things are so... Everyone knew what he was
once you get the context, you should then go, okay.
I did my research.
I'm smart enough to realize now that he didn't mean anything like that.
It's all about a soundbite, though. We all know that.
But they did know the context, and they pushed it anyway, because they said, well, even in context, he's still using... And it's like people just want to feel like they have accomplished something. And, you know,
kind of power over other people.
They just want to feel like their complaints moved something in some way. People don't like the idea that they could be upset by something and have it fall on deaf ears.
Well, this guy's very upset. We got Josh in Tennessee. Josh.
He's joshing.
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hey, Josh.
I tell you the thing that really riles me up. I listen to Louis' bit, and I think it's great. I'm a Christian as well, young Christian, studying the Bible, and I find no offense in what Louis said. Matter of fact, I think what he does is great because it brings up questions, and I think that's the main point, to develop, you know, some rational talk about these situations. But what riles me up is to sit here and listen to Jimmy say what idiocy it is to believe in certain things like that with such hatred. That's what that boils mine. I think.
Well, it's not hatred. You're missing. I'm annoyed by it, but it's not hatred. And what I dislike is not the fact that people believe it. It's the fact that their belief infringes on other people's ability to do certain things, or the fact that they want people silenced who make fun of their belief. Or, you know what I mean? That's what annoys me so much. Like, for me as a grown man, for other grown men to think that the Bible is literal, like that, 6 days, but maybe that was just kind of a symbolic of, 6 days. Like, that's the part that annoys me. It's not even what they believe. It's the fact that they're so unbending, and dude, I was raised in Christianity. I went to Catholic school. I made my confirmation. I made my communion. I mean, I'm not some fucking atheist from the age of 5. You know, I've found that it is people who are really religious that have turned me against it.
Well, I can agree with that, and I don't consider myself religious. I consider myself more spiritual, and but I have a hard time. You know, what I'm hearing is you're against dogmatism, and I'm sort of the same way when folks say, well, these things absolutely cannot be literal. Why can they not? Why can that not be on the table?
It defies all logic and reason to a point where to believe anything else, to believe that it's true literally, is foolish.
Yeah.
And the reason I sometimes get angry when you're debating somebody that's highly religious and takes the Bible literally is because I can't believe that people can be sucked into something so easily. It's upsetting to me that people can be this naive and foolish as to believe the literal taking of the Bible.
And policy is built around these beliefs, too, like stem cells. And that's the part that I find I resent. The fact that these religious beliefs affect policies, or the fact that they want to keep gays from getting married and having their rights, because the same people that believe, no, he really did get 2 of every animal, and then are the same people that say, well, that belief now tells me the gays are bad. You know what I mean? It's not just them in their own little house believing this way. They're affecting the rest of us by pushing their beliefs into our daily lives.
When you watch family members get sick or die from something that perhaps if stem cell research was available years and years ago and wasn't fought so hard by the religious right, perhaps something would have been done. That policy is being made based on a fiction book that people believe in, full of ridiculous things.
Well, again, and that's your belief against ours.
Yeah, it is. But I have things that kind of back up what I believe, and everything that comes out of the Bible is backed up with, well, it's God's magic.
And I'll tell you, not to interrupt you, sir, because I know you want to say something, but like I am not so science driven that I think they're always right. Like, I think the Big Bang is idiocy. I do not believe in the Big Bang. I know that sounds crazy. It might have started that way, but I don't believe it was an atom. To me, the same way I look at this Noah story, which is nonsense, I think that we just don't know enough scientifically to think that an atom blew up with such force that it created what we see. There's something in my mind, I don't care what science is showing with blue shift and red shift and the fact that there's something they will discover maybe 50 years from now, maybe 1,000 years from now, will show them that, oh, the concept of the Big Bang was kind of there, but the idea of an atom blowing up is just shit. So the problem I have with religion is they don't, at least science is always testing and retesting. Bending and throwing out the hypothesis, whereas religion says, no, the book was written years ago, and that's it.
They're done asking questions.
They're done asking questions. So
that's the difference between science and religion.
Exactly. I don't want to cut you off. Sir?
Yes.
Okay, you want to say something. I didn't want to cut you off.
No, that's fine. I appreciate you guys' views. I love the show, and I
of course you do.
Appreciate your views, naturally. But I wonder sometimes if it's absolutely impossible for you to consider these other views. And I know how you feel about Ken Ham, and I heard you talk about the debate. But I would love for you to talk to him sometime. Ken Ham, Answers in Genesis.
Oh, right, yeah.
Discuss with him sometime.
Yeah, I saw
think that would be fascinating.
I like him with Swiss and a little mustard.
I've considered those views, sir. I really have, and this is my reaction to those views. I'm not. It's not like I just was handed these views and then the idea that they're nonsense. Like I had my whole life to consider these views and hear them, and the more I heard them and the way I saw people defended them against certain logic without bending, I just began to go, oh, that mentality that I'm looking at right now with this is the same mentality that went into the Inquisition and coming up with the Bible and forcing it that everyone's,
The fact that it's making, you could have a belief, an ideology, an opinion, but the fact that it's affecting millions and millions of lives in a very selfish way is ridiculous. You could have your beliefs, but if we have our beliefs and want to pursue certain medical venues and whatnot, why shouldn't we be able to without having this religion getting in the way?
Right.
Especially when it's not
everybody has. It's all about choice, and you all have made yours. I've made mine.
I think we're going to have to,
unless it's a woman's choice,
we're going to have to agree to.
Agree to disagree. Hey,
yeah.
Thanks, man.
All right, buddy. Let's go to Sal and Beth Page, a Catholic teacher. Sal.
What's going on, boys?
Hey, Sal.
I'm a freshman at, I don't want to say the name, but one of the biggest Catholic universities in Queens, New York, and I am a catechism teacher for the Diocese of Rockville Center. One thing is nobody likes making fun of themselves more than the Catholic Church. Yeah, I think that we don't mind people, making satire about us.
Can I ask you that? Can I jump in? I apologize for the interruption. Can I ask you when that began? Because I know they ruined Lenny Bruce. So up until the 60s or the 50s, Catholic Church did not have a sense of humor about itself.
Well, what happened is in the 1960s, of 1963 and 64, the Catholic Church kind of changed its ideology with Vatican II. Now, when I see people going, oh, you can't make fun of us because, we're so sensitive. We're not. We're one of the biggest we are the biggest religious institution in the world. We shouldn't be so sensitive. And I look at those people and I go, you are so Vatican I. There's Vatican II, which is this new ideology, which we're a little more open. Now you look at Pope Francis, right? We just went from Pope Benedict, one of the most conservative, strictly business guys that the Catholic Church has ever seen in modern history, Vatican II, to Pope Francis, who is one of the most open-hearted people you will ever meet.
By the way, how did... I was just going
to say that goes like that every couple of popes. You get a conservative one. It's like a president.
They
you get a conservative one. You get... John Paul was pretty fucking,
conservative,
No, he was kind of looked at, though, as the young pope.
Right.
When he was first brought on, it was like, oh, this is a new pope we got.
I believe he was very conservative, though, as a pope, even though he was seen that way.
He didn't like no gays, and he wasn't for birth control or anything. But again, you got to look at it in the context of the time also, which is weird. But
And by the way, Benedict, the Catholic Church forced him out. I believe this.
His eggs are great.
Yes, they are. They are. Yes, but he's a traitor to the U.S. and he, you know, the problem with Benedict was that he, you know, what's his name, Ratzenberger, and he was the guy who ran that, whose desk all the pedophile scandals came through.
Yes.
So it was a pedophilia stuff that I think forced him out, and the Catholic Church did that for their image only.
That's what I think too. Yeah, he had to go.
He had to go. He had to. I mean, Pope hasn't retired in 600 years.
600 years, you're right. Anything else, Sal?
Bucket.
Another point, if you don't mind.
Sure.
There's two types of views to the Bible. There's two types of way you could read it. It's called contextualism and fundamentalism.
Oh.
The way Catholics look at it is contextually. We look at the context of the Bible and we go, this obviously isn't true. Did Jesus really make Lazarus rise from the dead? Or did he give him new life by saying, Lazarus, come and follow me?
No spoilers.
Did Jesus give sight to the blind? Or did Jesus open their eyes to the concept of God, to the concept of him being the Son of God?
Right.
Did God really wipe out everyone? Or did God tell Noah, look, we're having problems, you know, there's problems in this, or maybe Noah took it upon himself to say, look, we're having problems in our community, in our you know, our God-following community. Back then it was Jewish.
Everyone's
we're having
filthy
problems,
animals.
This is what we need to do. We need a big change. We need a big difference. We need a Vatican I. We need a Vatican II. But back then they used it in this. Oh well, God is really powerful. He wiped out the world. That's how we want people to think happened hundreds of years ago. So that now that they have this respect, almost a fear of God. The term is used, I'm a God-fearing man.
Uh-huh.
Well, why do you fear God? Well, because he caused this huge flood. No, you fear God because you respect his omnipresence. You respect the fact that he's always watching. You respect the fact that he's always part of our lives.
Not a lot of people that put their nose in everyone else's business think that way. They look at it as a literal interpretation of or a literal fucking recitation of what the fuck God said. It's not God's word. A bunch of people wrote that goddamn thing. Oh, goddamn, I shouldn't say
don't
that.
say that.
That's great. I'm not going to point fingers at any specific groups. My aunt, well, actually, no, I am pointing a finger. My aunt is a fundamentalist Christian. She's a born again. And my mother is a Catholic Guinea woman, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when my aunt comes up to my mother and says, you haven't been saved because you don't go to church every Sunday, I said this. Being in church every Sunday makes you as much of a Christian as being in a garage makes you a car. That's a fundamental way of looking at it. No, I'm serious.
I like that.
This is what I tell children when I'm teaching them about confirmation.
Sure, about procreation.
No, Uncle Paul.
It's not about being, and I'm being very honest with them, and sometimes I get in trouble for this. It's not about being completely chaste. It's not about being, you know, going to church every Sunday and listening because you might get bored. That's going to happen every time you go to church. It's about going out into the world and being Catholic, being universal.
Here's my take on the Bible and all this hokum. You could read this book, not assume for a second that it's all literal, and take away from it the importance of certain lessons that the stories tell you about morality, perhaps, or how you should live your life and treat your family, and like take away those things from these stories. Like you'd read a novel, and you could learn from a novel and take away certain life lessons from a character that a writer made up in his head and a situation they put him in. And I honestly think that was the basic intent of the Bible. It wasn't to be read and taken as a textbook. It was meant to use as a kind of a reference as to how you should lead your life if you're into this, you know.
Does it say in the Bible not to blouse out your shirt?
It should have.
When you're trying to pick up a chick at the beach?
Yes, it does, when it condemns homosexuality.
Yes, right when it says two men shall not lay together.
Yes, blousing definitely falls under that heading.
Hey, Sal, what happens to you when you die?
When you die?
Yep.
Well, we don't know that. Actually, we admit. I'm part of a Catholic leadership program at my school, and we admit that we're not exactly sure what happens when we die.
What do you think though, as of now? We might
as of now, I think what I have to do is and I'm telling this to 13-year-old kids. What I have to do is take the Bible as a moral roadmap.
There you go.
To do not exactly as Jesus did, because I can't give sight to the blind. I'm not going to try to do that, because that would make me insane.
I have.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do for the least of my brothers, because if I do for poor, that means I'm doing for Jesus. That's what Jesus said in Matthew 23. Lo, what you do for the least of my brothers, you do for me. And I believe that in doing that, if there is a heaven, and I'm not saying that there objectively is one, I'm saying that if there is a heaven, what you do is you follow this moral guideline, and if there is, you will get in.
If there's a heaven. And by God, I hope there is. Elias is up there smoking shit. Laughing.
I'm going up to the spirit in the sky, if that's
all right. Sal, I like your openness, though. I like it.
Absolutely. That's the Catholic Church.
That's right.
Universal.
All right, brother.
Thank you very much.
But instead, we got people that take it literally and keep us from doing medical research and keep kids from getting medication they need.
But Sal's more of a free spirit with his religion.
He sounds like it.
I don't mind that at all.
But I bet he'd be out there with a sign if someone wants to yank a fetus out of her fucking body.
All right.
God damn, yank it.
Phones are lit.
Yeah, I love these calls.
Yeah.
You want to take more? You want to
they get to say what they want here. It's like
that's true. We'll take another one.
Let's say hi to Greg in Texas. Greg.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Hello.
Hey, I just want to let you know right up front, I am a real caller, and I wanted to weigh in on Louis, Mr. Edgy. Well, he gets on NBC and he picks on God. He picks on Christians, but we're safe targets, man, because we're nice people and we don't murder people for their opinion.
Hold on a second now. Not maybe recently, but let's be honest. The history has not been good,
I
sir.
am responsible for my actions.
There you go.
Pull up this recently.
I'll agree with that, too. Every time I bring up something, somebody always says, oh, what about the Crusades? It's like Crusades, Crusades. That was a long time ago.
Didn't do it.
Let's talk now.
Okay.
I'm responsible.
Though if you're responsible, then you should.
Responsible. Wasn't there, didn't do it.
Fair enough. Then why are you lumping in all Christians? Then how come you're lumping in all people of religion in a good way, but you don't want to take the negative hit either? Like you're saying we're nice people. A lot of religious people are not nice.
Anybody anywhere.
What's that?
When did you hear me lump anybody anywhere?
Did you not just say you can make fun of Christians because we're nice people?
Yeah, we are. We don't murder people.
Oh, so we don't. So right there.
Let Mr. Edgy get on NBC and talk about Allah. Talk some trash there.
Oh, exactly.
I don't think he was trying to be edgy.
But
I don't think he was trying to be edgy, though.
This is something I've said in the past, too. You're absolutely right, sir. I think Christianity is the easy religious target to take. If you make fun of Jews, you could do that if you're Jewish. If not, you will be looked at as an anti-Semite. And Islam is completely off the table because they will fucking kill you.
But Louis doing that, I know the emotion that this guy is saying, because as a comic, like, I don't like to be told I can make fun of Christianity and not Islam. But when a guy actually has a bit about it, just because he's talking about this doesn't mean, oh, no, Louis couldn't talk about Islam.
Right.
Islam for us...
he won't.
Islam for us doesn't resonate the way Christianity does, because... What's that, sir?
Of course it resonates. It doesn't
I'm talking about... Okay, I'm a comic and I know Louis and I write material. I'm talking about with us as comedians when we write material.
Right.
So now you're lumping your stuff in with comics, and you know what the process is.
They were born and raised Catholic, so I think they relate more to it. I think they know that if they do Catholic or Christian material, more people will relate to that than they will if you just start going off on Islam.
And it's something like when you talk about Islam, when I write about Islam, and I've bashed Islam, dude.
Jimmy
I did
does Islam material.
Almost every special I've made fun of Islam.
And does Louis? I'm not sure.
And I have a fatwa after Jimmy.
Light. I bet it's very light.
It's named D-Rock.
Have you seen my material?
Jesus.
Well, why don't you say something like...
No, you're not answering my question. Have you seen... Have you seen the material I've done on Islam?
No, I haven't.
Okay, then why don't you just admit you don't know what you're talking about?
I'm pretty sure it's light. You're still alive.
No, it's pretty accurate.
And I would also, like on Comedy Central, hold on. Also, no, I'm not going to let you throw in a dumb thing when you're not contributing anything. You're being like basically an ear troll.
I actually agree with most of all that you've said about Christians button out.
Yeah, that's terrific. But you're also implying, because you didn't like what Louis said, that
No.
Oh, okay, you're implying maybe that's not what.
You didn't hear what I said.
For whatever reason.
I didn't say I didn't like what he said.
Okay, and I'm correcting myself. For whatever reason, you're saying that he should have made fun of Islam.
Like he's edgy. I'm just pointing out the fact that he's not edgy.
First of all, I didn't use the word edgy like it's 1988. I said it was funny. I didn't say, I was happy he did that on TV because I understand the rule. And whether you believe it or not, they really do push back against the religious stuff, even when it's Christianity. You can get away with a bit more of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
you're edgy.
They do push back against it. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. I've written fucking material for television. I know what they allow you to do and what they don't allow you to do.
Yeah. Well, you can probably get away with a little bit more on Saturday Night Live.
Well, you tell us. You would know.
Network TV.
It's after hours.
All right. Thank you, Greg.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. There's your one more phone call. We should take a break here.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Guys just use these words they heard people say.
Edgy.
It's edgy.
You're being edgy.
I thought his set was great.
It
was great. And you can't watch
From
someone
top
do
to
a
bottom,
brilliant
man.
set and make great observations,
Right.
and then all of a sudden go, why didn't he talk about Islam? That's the annoying part.
And people
'Cause
will
he didn't
talk
want to.
about what they relate to.
Yeah.
Now, you could talk about Islam, and many comics do, in the way of how bizarre it is, terrorism, you can use all that
9/11,
stuff.
how it affected
But
us here in New York.
It's very rare that you'll get a comic that gets up there and talks about his experiences with Islam, reading the Quran, doing that, because we don't, as Christians, as a primarily Christian, what is it? Judeo-Christian, what do they call that?
Judeo-Christian?
Yeah, that one. Country, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. And when you talk about it's like when you tell somebody something about Islam, a lot of times you're telling them something that they don't think about on a daily basis or that they don't know. So you can make fun of something with Islam, but I literally can't go, like, you know, the guy who got in trouble recently for doing that thing about Muhammad. He did that video about Muhammad and they were outraged.
Yeah.
The actors didn't know what they were doing. They were just reading parts, and then it was put together, and that's what it was about with a green screen.
Right.
So that should show you how relatable Islam is to people. If you're going on SNL, how deep do you want someone to go on Islam and just, bomb?
Yeah, because you would be like, I don't know this.
And as far as worried about getting killed, he's right. That is one reason. My issue is not that people are worried about getting killed, because I think Islam does react violently. It's the fact that when people say, I'm not going to talk about Islam, just be honest about why. Because they're violent when they don't like what you do.
Right. Be honest about it and say, that's why I don't do that material.
I told you there was one visual I took out of my last special, which I did something about Islamic porn, but I took out one part of it. And I said the reason I did that was because out of context, that one thing, I was saying Allahu Akbar, and I was making the jerk-off thing, which made sense.
I remember that.
But if someone doesn't speak English and they just saw that moment, Allahu Akbar, me jerking off.
Oh, Jimmy gets his head cut off.
I don't think I get my head cut off.
No, we could hope.
But, please, this fountain of ideas. But I was honest about why I did that.
Yeah.
Because the reaction by Muslims can be very violent. I hate when networks soft soap it. Well, like Comedy Central one time.
You're just going to be more compassionate and thoughtful you're just scared.
Well, they said, in light of recent world events, it's like the language to me is not truthful.
Yes.
Like, say, hey, look, guys with bomb belts run into places. Just admit that's what it is.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to say that.
And not many Christians are doing that. Not many Jews are doing that when they are made fun of or used. But boy, those Muslims.
Yeah, but don't act like Christians have never been violent either. Like, the history of Christianity is fucking horrendous.
Yeah. But again, that's a history thing, and I really, sometimes looking back too far is useless. I mean, you should always know the history, but you can't look at things in the context of this day and age and blame or use history as some fucking cure-all or cover-up for everything that's happened in this day and age. Now, Catholicism and Christianity has had its fair share of abortion clinic bombings and death threats to doctors and actually killing abortion doctors. And you know, there's some violence there, but nowhere near what you get with Islam.
Yeah, Islam is like what are they? It's like 15th century or whatever it is. Christianity.
Yeah.
Because it's a younger religion.
Right. And by the way, I was talking about slavery.
Were you?
Yeah, that's what I meant when I said take history and just use it as a cure-all for everything. That's what I meant.
I did not catch that.
We got our next hour. All right, we'll take a break here.
Yeah, shit.
Wow, 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 wow. Where's the plane?
Oh, man, that fucking thing.
CNN will not give up, though.
They keep going back to the same area. Well, I know CNN. I mean, the actual site that they've been searching. They keep going back. They see things on satellite. They see things. Planes have seen things. They send the ship over. What's that? And then they pick it up. One thing turned out to be a jellyfish.
Right.
It was a jellyfish.
But what about that large debris field?
Big jellyfish.
Ah, what?
Debris. How's that guy on CNN say it?
Debris.
Debris.
It's a lot. There's a lot of debris. And a lot of it has turned out to be aluminium.
I'm learning that the ocean is a junkyard.
Dude, that's what I was just going to say.
I don't like knowing that. I guess in the back of your head you kind of know, but now like seeing it, because this is that part of the Indian Ocean. Like,
it's just an area.
It's no man's land, and there's a bunch of junk out there.
Here's what I've learned. I think if you go into any area of the ocean and search it like they've been searching this area, they will find shitload of garbage. The entire ocean is full of fucking garbage. It really is amazing. You don't think of that because the ocean is so big. You think, and
well, that's why that's how it all started.
I know.
Someone said, you know what, that ocean's pretty big. We can dump a few boatloads of crap out there.
You won't even see it.
And people will be happy. They don't have like a garbage dump in their neighborhood.
Garbage is everywhere.
Fast forward 100 or 200 years, and it is a junkyard out there.
Isn't a lot of it biodegradable? Some of the garbage, like the fish will eat it? No?
I think some stuff. But again, the United States is probably on the forefront of ecology in this world. And we do our best, I guess, to keep from really fucking things up. As good as any civilized nation can. But you start looking at, like, emerging nations. China is a great example. Huge country, just starting. Their industry is pretty much where we were in the early part of the 20th century. They don't give a fuck about the oceans or the air.
No.
It's pretty much like we were back then, because to try to get up to steam with your industry, if you try to spend money and time keeping it clean and nice for the earth, well, you're going to go broke. You're not going to be able to advance as quickly.
Well, they should use steam.
Steam.
That would help the problem. But this plane, I mean, one U.S. expert is saying, or U.S. official is saying, it's almost impossible to find this thing.
Yeah, it seems to be.
But the families need a shoe.
There still are people
they
that think they're alive.
They need
a shoe. Yeah.
Just anything.
Is that a person on the plane? No, I'm sorry.
Feel bad for those families, because I don't think they're going to get the answer they desperately need.
No.
And not now, no.
And some are saying, is it even? Well, they were talking about CNN. Did the plane go in without breaking apart?
Oh, and just sink?
Is it possible to sink?
Well, do you mean that he would have to have landed that on purpose?
Like landing it and then it comes down in one piece?
And then what do you do?
Oh, man.
Then you just let it sink.
Will it sink eventually?
Oh, God,
It would sink. I don't think you could hit the water and not put enough breaches in the thing where it wouldn't sink, but...
What if it's completely intact?
I think some wreckage comes up, but...
Somebody would have made a cell phone
call. That's like a movie.
Right.
That's that movie. Wasn't there an airport, airport movie where it sank and the people were still inside?
No, that was the Poseidon Adventure Part 2.
No, I swear.
With Christopher Lee.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I remember there was an airplane and it sank. By the way, I watched that goddamn, what was it called? Daylight? That Sylvester Stallone movie where he's in the Holland Tunnel.
That's good, right?
It is so greatly bad.
What happened to our action figures? The ones we grew up with.
His name was Kit Latura.
Kit Latour.
Fuck yeah! I knew Chip would like it. It's Kit Latour. Kit, where are you going, Kit? And he goes running into the tunnel. It was the Poseidon Adventure in a tunnel. Same thing, water, fire, the whole schmear.
Hold on a minute. This guy has a great theory on what happened to the plane.
Oh.
Elliot in Ohio, you have a great theory on what happened to the plane?
Yeah.
Heard everything.
Because we've heard
every theory.
We've heard every one.
How is yours the great one that...
We don't even need to know.
His theory is probably what actually happened, but what are you going to do?
No, you know what it's going to be? It's going to be one of the wacky ones that they've just put out there. Oh, they tailed another plane and missed the radar. Oh, it landed in the ocean. It landed on the land.
When did you give up on the story?
I was a week ago.
I was all in for a while.
About a week ago, I guess I completely gave up.
That's about right.
Yeah.
About a week ago.
And apparently everyone else did, because now it's all about...
the mudslides.
Russia. The mudslide, Russia amassing 100,000 troops.
And if the earthquake's the big one's going to hit L.A.
Big one hit L.A., and then I guess North and South Korea having a little fun with some artillery.
No kidding, I saw that.
Too. They're just blasting off. But they're such faggots because they just blasted into the water.
Right.
They don't even go for the land because they know that would cause some real shit. So they're just artillery rounds into the ocean off of their coastline.
Off of South Korea's?
North Korea and South Korea are exchanging
so they're just
artillery.
Let them.
Yeah.
They're just firing it on an angle, so now it's officially in their water?
It doesn't matter. If I was North Korea, I would invade South Korea at this point. Because obviously Obama wouldn't do anything anyway. Not that I even think he should at this point. I'm just saying that if you're looking to invade an ally of the United States, I would do it now. Just do it now. It's like having a substitute teacher in. You could throw as many fucking wet paper towels against the old chalkboard as you want.
What is it about human beings? Why are we just such assholes?
I don't know. We just think we're
But it's exhausting.
I think we're so self-important.
Coke Logic Twittered a photo.
Which one?
Oh, it's not complimentary for the Opster.
Oh no.
Oh no, but it's a damn good one.
Oh yeah, that one. I saw that one. I saw that one.
It's Opie and Philip Seymour Hoffman is Scotty in.
Hey, I'm in good company.
Fuck yeah! Hopefully soon. But it's it's in Boogie Nights. It's fucking hilarious because you're both facing the same direction.
The same pose. Oh my God, is that great?
All right.
That's funny, man.
God damn.
You want to kiss me?
Long lost brothers.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
I don't understand why human beings are just fucking assholes in general. You saw the coming attractions for the Vice Rhino special, right?
Mm-hmm.
That fucking that depressed the hell out of me.
You're just sawing off rhino horns. You like that, Jim?
Yeah. I like animals, but I always think that rhino massacring is a hoot.
Oh, it's a hoot.
It just gets me. When I'm depressed, I watch rhino massacring videos to cheer myself up. Dumb horns.
What was it? They had like a whole table just filled with rhino horns and
and it's all for that dumb fucking shit that they do in these Asian countries where they powder it up and they think it's going to give them boners.
Why can't they just use Cialis at this point?
Exactly. Come on. Oh, that poor thing.
And they get lazy, so they just kill the rhino.
They kill them
because it's easier to get the horn that way.
When they cut the horn out, does it hurt the rhino, or does it just make him like not able to defend himself?
Well, if I was a rhino, I would accept that over you know you're going to kill me to take my horn.
No, when you cut off a rhino's horn to keep him alive, you're leaving a fuckload of horn in the rhino's nose.
Right.
And that's valuable stuff.
And it's a fuckload of money you're leaving behind. If you're poaching, I don't think you're thinking about the rhino's health and safety. At that point, you rip it, you yank the whole thing right out of his face.
Well, didn't Japan just get banned from doing whale research or something?
Did they?
Can we look that up, Sam? I something on Twitter. I didn't read the article. But the
Japanese are fucking pigs.
They're the worst. The
way
worst.
they treat dolphins and whales.
They're terrible.
It's some dumb, ancient fucking bullshit.
Yeah, a UN court orders Japan to halt whale hunt.
The UN court? Who pays attention to the UN?
Well, then why don't we do this? If we care so much about that, why don't we tell Japan we will not deal with you while you're doing this?
Sanctions against Japan? You're crazy.
Just not deal with them. We will not acknowledge you until you don't do this.
Sometimes you're cutting off your nose to spite your face.
All right.
Or your rhino horn. Because we do so much business with Japan, it would cripple us as much as it would them at that point.
It would cripple them more.
It would cripple them more because they're a smaller country.
Yeah. But we can't be, we're not in a position to be crippled at this point.
No, in this day and age, here's our problem. We don't make enough shit to kick around countries anymore with sanctions. We are so dependent on so many other nations that we can't all of a sudden go in there and say, we're going to cut this off or that. First of all, we're not sending anything over there.
Right.
Secondly, we need their shit. So we can't sanction nations anymore. It doesn't work like that. Yeah. We're fucked.
Let's say hi to Paul from Philadelphia.
How you doing?
Oh, Uncle Paul. Have fun with Sanchez there, Paulie.
Yeah, the dirty one.
Mark Sanchez is now an Eagle for a year.
Yeah,
hey,
yeah. Oh, well. Sanchez, Vic, whatever. Hey, when I was in the service, we used to throw all kinds of crap.
Thank you for it.
I mean, what's that?
We were thanking you for your service.
What'd you throw in the ocean?
Yeah, as a...
Yeah.
We used to throw like 5-gallon drums of paint. I mean, everything. Engine parts.
What's 5 gallons in an ocean? Oh?
Right, of course.
That's how you think, and then there's millions of people doing it.
Right, it's just all the garbage. No one's around, no one's looking.
You imagine how you'd feel if you threw a 5-gallon can of red paint in the ocean, and then next morning you woke up and the entire ocean had red paint in it? What a dick you'd feel like.
What a dick you'd feel like.
It would feel like a dick.
What else, Paul? Just pretty much it.
There and you just see crates of stuff just literally floating in the ocean. That's where all the kinds of schools of fish would hang out and just chill.
All right. Yeah, they like stuff.
Yeah. It's only up till just recently cruise ships started keeping their garbage. They used to dump that fucking shit right in the ocean.
Really?
And the like bad water, all the used water and everything, they just pump that shit out.
Ew.
Now everything has to be reclaimed. They actually, when you're on a cruise, they show you these little specials on television of how they do it and everything.
Right.
It's pretty interesting.
Did you see the
when
picture?
You're not drinking.
You see the picture of the Titanic compared to
a cruise ship now? Yeah.
And you realize the Titanic was just a tiny little.
I think that picture's fake though, because there's no way they would have the Titanic and a real cruise ship from now behind it.
Good point.
Yeah.
Wait, they showed how big it was compared to the
current cruise ships.
Yeah.
Is it bigger?
Oh my God!
You just say it.
Look, there it is.
Yeah.
Sam,
Look at that. That's hilarious.
Sam,
but did they
see?
Did they?
No,
put
it's the top picture. For the love of Christ.
Did they put it back? Did they put it next to the biggest cruise ship that's out there now to really make it exaggerated?
That looks like one of the
Which one's
biggest
the Titanic?
This is the Titanic.
No,
oh my God!
What? It's the first picture.
Yeah, the first picture.
Which one's the Titanic on the bottom?
The first picture, and the Titanic is in the foreground, and behind
yeah, he's right.
it.
Yeah, but on the bottom, I'm saying under it.
I see that, but the first picture is all you need to see how much bigger the cruise ships are today.
These are much bigger than the Titanic.
Oh yeah.
I want to go for a week-long cruise.
Of course, the Titanic sunk.
They are fun. I know. Look at that dumb thing.
Yeah.
The big dumb.
Yeah.
Look at how wide the ships are. Imagine back then if they saw this now, they'd go like, "That's big."
Lose their minds.
Let's say hi to Jamie. Is it Jamie?
Jamie Lannister.
Or they leave off your S there.
It's James from New York.
Yeah,
James,
what's up, James?
Or a Jane gum.
Yeah, where's your mods?
The rhinos and the horn.
Yeah.
I had a pretty cool job for a while. I was a medic on a helicopter in Africa.
Whoa.
And what they would do is
How many helicopters get sick? Medic on a helicopter.
Oh my God, it's good. It's cute.
See, he had to...
No, that was cute.
They would find rhinos with horns and then knock them out and have a vet on the helicopter to take off the horns surgically so that the poachers wouldn't be interested.
Oh,
so they kind of nip it in the bud.
When they kill them for what was remaining of the horns?
No, they just left like a little nub, so they weren't even interested.
Oh,
wow. Yeah, but
it's probably not worth the trouble.
You collect enough nubs, and you got, you
might as well go for
enough
good one.
pee-pee powder.
Yeah, they love that wiener powder.
They sure do. Thank you, sir. Let me say hi to Brent in D.C. Brent.
Hey,
Brent Muthberger.
Hey, Brent.
Like the other guy, Paul called in. I've been in the Navy for 10 years, and you should see
Sail
all
the Seven
the
Seas?
shit.
Yeah, what are you, Village People song?
Put your mind at ease? Did you join your fellow man?
They have an S5 division, and they're in charge of all the trash, like getting rid of all the trash. And the plastic, they melt, but everything else pretty much gets deep six, they call it.
Wow.
All the metal fucking bullshit,
all the food. We pulled into port one. Yeah, we pulled into port one day.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to pull into port, and just literally probably 30 pallets of just fresh food and vegetables just right in the drink.
Well, if it's food.
Yeah, I could see the food. That'll go away pretty easily.
Yeah. The metal, though. I mean, the amount of metal.
The metal sinks, though. It's not like it's just floating up there. Who cares? Metal.
Let those weird fish deal with that.
Right. Let those fish with the light bulbs on their head.
Those strange fucks.
Clang into that shit with their big giant teeth.
With their giant eyeballs.
And their fucking giant useless eyes because it's dark.
Right. Let them deal with that crap.
Yeah, it's dark down there. No one's going to see it.
Those see-through fish. Fucking.
Like one of you guys said, though, it's one bag of metal is not a big deal. But you've been doing this for, 70 years.
Way more than 70, sir.
You know what a lot of metal is on the bottom of the ocean? Sunken ships.
Right.
It happens.
That's true, too, yeah.
Don't worry about a couple of fucking
And fish
pieces of angle
enjoy a
iron.
good sunken ship.
Well, they do.
They make it their home.
Oh, yeah. Coral grows on it. It's a miracle.
All right there, Brent.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, have a good one, boys.
All right. Let's go to Chris in New York. Chris.
Hey, what's up?
Couldn't think of a Chris.
Yes, I could. Chris Hardwick. Who's this, Chris Chambliss?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hi,
sir.
Chris.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Anthony, that movie we were talking about earlier, Airport 77.
It was 77?
Yep.
Yeah.
And the whole plane went in?
Plane went in, sunk.
The whole plane went in, with Lemon and James Stewart.
Oh, James Stewart and Jack Lemmon were the pilot and co-pilot?
Okay.
How long were they in the water for?
I don't remember.
Long time.
I remember seeing the movie. Real shit.
Turned into like a submarine movie where, nuts and bolts were popping. And
Great news. We got the trailer. Thank you, Chris.
Uh-oh.
Go back. Let's play this for the
Who's in it?
Jack Lemmon.
Let's
Try to guess all the stars.
There were a lot of stars in these.
Try to guess them all.
Something's wrong.
Uh-oh.
It's Jack
Flight
Lemmon.
23 Sierra.
Who's that?
A private 747. The luxurious plaything of one of the world's wealthiest men.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad you could join us.
I've lost contact
Jimmy
with 23 Sierra.
The passengers, a collection of the rich and the
Oh,
beautiful.
man.
He's just not
Christopher
here.
Lee.
The cargo, a priceless fortune in art.
They're in the Bermuda Triangle.
Uh-oh.
And now, Flight 23 Sierra is off course.
Uh-oh.
And in trouble.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Their wing hit an oil rig, it looked like.
Yeah.
Why would they be that low?
And
a
really lousy crash sequence.
Yeah.
Jack Lemmon.
It's Jack Lemmon going crazy.
Told you.
He used to love going crazy.
Oh, did he love it.
This is Airport 77.
Oh, man.
Crown in hand. Nobody is going to drown. The plane is pressurized. Have you radioed for help?
That guy.
Radios don't work underwater, but our course has been tracked on radar, and they know exactly where we went down. What do we do? Calm down. We run out of air for
That's Jack Lemmon.
An unforgettable adventure. An all-star cast. Starring Jack
Lemmon, I told you.
Brenda Vaccaro.
Who's that?
Brenda Vaccaro.
That guy's Brenda Vaccaro.
There's no chance of
We're on our own.
Lee Grant.
Lee Grant.
Christopher Lee.
We're us.
Lee.
We're a bunch of strangers. That's your problem.
Why don't they
You think
just take
everybody
off?
is us.
Joseph Cotton.
Joseph Cotton.
Olivia de Havilland.
De Havilland. The old people. Wow. Darren McGavin.
Any increase in pressure will crush this fuselage like an empty beer can.
George Kennedy.
George Kennedy,
and
of
James
course.
Stewart as Philip Stevens.
My daughter and my grandson are.
Why do they have to say as Philip Stevens?
Yeah, who cares?
Uh-oh, there's water in a plane.
Navy search, please. Go ahead,
certainly is.
Navy search 5. I've located the aircraft and coordinates given. Aircraft is completely
Oh, there it
submerged.
is.
Yeah, it's under 10 feet of water. Yeah, there's water all over
I
first
want
class.
this to be a first stage alert. Give me helos, scuba teams, compressors, air hose packages, the works. I want this treated exactly like an emergency sub-salvage operation.
They're showing the whole movie.
They really are.
There's water in the plane.
This edition of Motion Picture Excitement.
Wow, the seats are all floating. Wow,
Airport
that's a wet plane.
77.
Bigger, more exciting than Airport 75.
Yeah.
What happened to Airport 76?
Yeah, it was terrible. It was a successful
Bigger,
ending.
More exciting than Airport 75. What happened in 76?
I'll tell you, I know Airport 76, what happened was they landed, there was a rain delay, and they went back, and they felt it wasn't exciting enough for the 6-hour movie.
What, Airport 75 with the one with Chuck Heston?
Hold on, let's
Chuck Heston?
Let's play the trailer for 75. Go
New
back.
screen excitement.
We got to
Let's
find
see if
out
it's
why
more
77
exciting.
is so
No,
much.
this one says better than 73. They're in the air.
Airport, 1975. An all-new motion picture inspired by the film Airport, based on the novel by Arthur Haley.
Arthur
A
Haley?
dramatic new story with a cast of the screen's greatest names.
Ooh.
Charlton Heston.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brake pressure's dropping.
Damn, brake pressure dropping.
Karen Black.
She's in it. Yeah, he's in it too.
He's in all of them.
Yep.
I'm going to Salt Lake City.
Gloria Swanson.
Oh.
I love her cakes. Or her TV dinners.
Jr.
Oh.
Susan Clark.
Oh.
Comedian Sid Caesar.
Whoa.
He's dead.
Myrna Lloyd.
Oh.
She's dead.
Blair.
Ah.
Award-winning singer Helen Reddy.
Is she ready for what?
It's just like the airplane. This was the airplane bit.
Of your human
This was exactly like the airplane bit. They all come out and listen to her sing. Chuck Heston. Damn you, broad!
The kidneys in L.A. Now, we can't have her off the dialysis machine too long.
It had taken off as regular flight 409.
Oh.
Dallas Airport to LAX. Plane, the big one, the 747.
The big one.
All conditions normal. And then it happened.
Oh, no.
Oh, this guy had a heart attack in the light plane and hits Chuck Heston's plane.
Well, it's coming right at them.
Oh, wait, I think I saw Punch.
Yeah, that was Eric Estrada.
Was that Eric Estrada?
The planes collided.
Starring.
There's a lot of wind in the plane. It's a plane, dummy.
Either dead or badly injured.
Damn.
Oh my God, help us!
Stupid broad.
This is Al, honey. I want you to sit in the pilot's seat and do exactly what I tell you.
Yeah.
You mean to stewardess that's flying the plane? We're going to have to help the autopilot make it turn.
Why is everyone squeezing the cockpit?
Great.
I know. How'd they catch up to it?
There's nothing happening. It's
Karen Black.
everything will be just fine.
The only way is to put a pilot into 409.
Yes.
You mean a mid-air transfer?
They're showing the whole movie again, too.
Yeah.
We can put a man out on a tender.
Oh, I did this once.
No, Chip, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. Just drop down.
Where's the hole?
It's in the windshield.
Dangerous mid-air rescue ever
Look how bad
That's
that
pretty cool,
fucking-
though.
feet of flying and
How did they do that part?
They just got 2 planes.
Oh.
So now you know the pilot's in there and it's going to be fine.
No, he doesn't make it.
Why?
I saw this.
Oh,
His parachute gets... Yeah.
Where's he going? That don't help.
Why is she...
Get back here. She's standing on the roof trying to wave him in.
Airport 75.
And then show the plane going in for a crash landing.
I
the
think
snow.
I think Chuck Heston gets in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they put Chuck Heston in there and he lands it.
Yeah, 77 is better than 75.
Yeah.
Fuck
You know
that.
what? 75 sucked. And was there must not have been a 76. You can't put quality like that out every year, huh?
Airport 84 was great when all the pilots had AIDS and got too skinny to fly the plane.
Oh, this is the original. Airport.
Big scale in every way, has the biggest all-star cast ever.
Who is it? Who is it?
Universal motion picture.
Who's in this one? Burt Lancaster's in it.
Dean Martin,
Dean Martin.
Gene Seberg, Jacqueline Bisset, George Kennedy, Helen Hayes, Van Heflin,
Van Heflin.
Stapleton, Barry Nelson, Lloyd Nolan, Donna Winter.
Wow. It's crazy.
Snowing, the plane's taking off. What's that, an old place? 707.
Oh, yeah. It was
Kaiser Volta has.
A pilot from your flight 45 made a shortcut across the field, and he didn't make it. Well, what are you doing about it?
Well, what are you doing about
melts in
it?
April.
Hey, it's Dean Martin. I'm your pilot. What are we doing about it? How about we get a drill?
Outselling any novel of recent years, translated into 14
Howdy ho, people. We're going to be flying along
on the
there.
screen and directed by Academy Award winner George Seaton.
Who?
It has 7 stories tied into one.
What?
Dean Martin is pilot Vernon
He's
Dummer.
kissing the shit out of a girl.
By stewardess Jacqueline Bisset, and by his wife Barbara
It's
Hayes.
not rape if we're 30,000 feet in the air.
Do you mean am I sure I'm pregnant? Or am I sure you're the father?
Burt
Who cares about that story?
Come on! At the crisis stage with his socialite wife, Donna Winter.
Oh, God.
A week ago, I didn't know we'd have the worst storm in 6 years.
You've always got some damn excuse.
Can't you just check the weather?
Will you? Enough not to let me go?
Uh-oh. He's having an
First lady
affair.
of the American stage, Helen Hayes, plays
He's raped by Yaphet Kotto.
Oh, my God. Impossible.
looking for.
She's the stowaway.
Van Heflin gives a superb performance as the desperate Guerrero, matched by Maureen Stapleton as his wife.
It's Edith's sister.
Just hold on to the job.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I'll do it right this time.
Jack Lemmon.
No, he's Van Heflin.
Lusty Gutsy Patroni has to be Academy Award winner George Kennedy.
I'll have this mother out of here by midnight.
Whoa!
Language. Explosion. Oh, she might still fly, but the sudden decompression at 30,000 feet is something you've got to see to believe.
They're looking at this on model of the plane.
Yes.
You hurt me. Stop it. You're hysterical.
It's another airplane moment. Uh-oh, there's the bomb. Now they're showing exactly how this, happened.
Guerrero, listen to me. You'll kill yourself for nothing if you explode that bomb.
Hey, don't explode the bomb on my plane. I got beverages.
Crisis authenticity.
Look at this.
Airport has no equal. Mounting tension. Airport has no equal.
Decompression making emergency descent.
Is this what happened to the plane?
Wonderful graphics.
Malaysian Air? Fingernail biting suspense.
Oh.
Airport has no
the plane's cracked.
The plane cracks in half.
Contact.
Hey, that's that guy from fucking, what you call it?
Good luck.
The co-pilot.
Airport.
He's the guy from The Shining. That he went to the guy that...
We're gonna crash. We're gonna be killed. I know we're all gonna be.
Oh, shit. Yeah, the guy that gave me instructions and everything.
Yes, I think that guy's name is... I recognize his name.
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
That's it for the
Those
airport
are
trailers.
So great.
I want to make another airport movie.
Yeah? What is it going to be?
Airport 14.
What is that? What is it?
Somebody, laughs at an Asian joke and is scolded on the plane. Airport 14.
That's pretty good.
He thought he was laughing innocently with a friend, but he was overheard by a woman.
Could you imagine any of that shit going on? How quickly they would nip it in the bud now? You can't do anything without being tied up by the crew and passengers and taken off after an emergency landing by the FBI.
Well, there you have it.
Those are great. I just watched the one with Chuck Heston a little while ago because we were talking about Malaysian Air.
And it led to that, I guess.
And it led to the airport movies.
All right. Good enough.
Oh, that's what happened. Hey, Malaysian Air, could it have gone down in the water in one piece and sank? Oh, that was the plot of one of the movies. Oh, here's the trailer.
Jack Lemmon was in that one.
And then they said it was better than 75, so we had to watch 75. And then once you watch 75, you got to watch the original.
We actually had a guy on the phone who thinks the plane is floating in space.
In space?
Yep.
I don't think it could have made it up there, sir.
We would know that by now, right? With some satellite stuff.
I would assume that a plane that's driven by engines that need air cannot get into space. Once the air gets too thin, the engines don't work, and it comes back down. You can't get into space in a plane. Oh, crazy.
Remember the guy we had on about he's jumping off Mount Everest?
Yes.
In the wingsuit?
Yeah.
Somebody over the weekend sent me a video. It's already been done.
Wait, what?
It's already been done.
By who? Him?
Friend of mine.
It was.
Chip. Such a liar.
Doesn't look like the same guy. But it's already been done. But I guess it wasn't done for a big, network, so...
Now, he says he's going to do all kinds of extra little things that you need to do to get off the actual summit. But
flying from Mount Everest, the mission, world record base jump. Yeah, this is the one.
Completely different. We have super strong winds, temperatures, extreme conditions.
It's a different guy.
Make it a tough project.
You don't have to play the whole video.
Oh, he's going to jump off the...
Here he is.
Yeah, that's Josh Fuzzbutter.
No, it's not.
But here he is.
But is he
jumped off of the
summit?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
That isn't the summit, though.
I would hate to fall off that mountain.
Is that the summit or close enough?
That didn't look like the summit. It had no snow on it.
No. He's 10 feet in the air. That's a fun wingsuit, though. I want to have one.
Oh, man.
Just get to and from work here.
Right?
Jump out the 36th floor.
My wingsuit looks pretty cool.
Exactly. I'd zip on down,
Bull.
get a coffee, fly back up. Straight up. Cheryl.
What does the description say? Were they on the summit?
No way.
No.
Well, then why is this a big deal?
It's not.
Go to the description. Please. What does it say?
It says world record base jump.
Right.
Read more. Read more.
Come on, Sam. Show more.
Please, Sam.
Kiss your neck.
Sam.
Oh, my God.
Sam, what are you doing? You're
Sam, are
ruining
you ill?
Stop breaking everything
up.
Flu balls.
There you go. Does it just say where they jumped from?
How high was he? I see something. 20. What?
The ascent began on the Chinese side on the famous North Route.
Oh, that's
how high?
Pussy route.
4 days to climb from the base camp to the jumping location.
Yawn.
Oh, jumping location.
Yawn.
Awkward.
How high?
Awkward.
Yeah. You'd put the summit if it was the summit.
So
he's going from the
some
summit.
Wrong information.
It doesn't say how high, but
so they went high enough to make it a world record base jump, but they didn't jump from the summit of Mount
23,688
what a
feet.
pussy.
Ah, that's nothing.
Above sea level.
6,000 feet short of the summit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
All right.
Never mind.
That loser.
He's a loser.
Yeah.
The guy that sent me the link over the weekend?
No, the guy who
that
jumped.
did the jump.
And maybe I should have read the description before I brought it to the radio show?
I blame the
Maybe.
jumper. I blame the jumper.
Sam Roberts.
What?
I don't know.
Airport 63 was really good.
63?
Yes, where there's a Negro attempts to have water out of the wrong glass, and there's an argument between he and the white passenger.
How does it end?
The Negro is arrested and sent to jail for 7 years.
Airport 63, huh?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
Kevin in Louisiana. Kevin.
Hey, I just want to let you guys know the wingsuit guy. If you watch the documentary they did on the last Transformers movie, he went through Chicago. The professionals, not the actors, of course. But you got to watch that. It's pretty cool.
I have no idea what he was talking about.
Yeah, sorry.
Did you?
No, I'm sorry for that,
I was
too.
trying to figure it out. I stayed with it. Even so.
I'm sorry I did that.
I'm sorry I did that.
We were talking about Malaysian Air, so I don't know what the hell now.
I think
CNN is stuck. Because now they can't just go away from this. All the other news networks have kind of moved on. They go back a little bit, but CNN is still all in.
They've become the flagship station for this thing. And
you got that knob in the flight simulator.
He's still in that thing.
Trying new things. And then you got the people stepping on Australia all the time.
Yeah.
And then you got the animation of the left turn.
Left turn, which we know. I think eventually they'll find some pieces of it. Some ship will be going, tugging around out there and chugging around and find something.
They'll find something.
Yeah, and go, oh, what's this? Oh, look, it's a Malaysian Airlines cup. Or a saucer, perhaps. Maybe a fork.
They got a lot of ships out there. What do they do? Eventually, someone has to make the call, like,
it's time to just go home.
We really could be using these ships for other things.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Well, why don't we?
Yeah, when did they call it off? The search has been called off.
Oh, that's got to suck.
Yeah, and then all the family members will freak out.
Yeah, you want your people found, obviously. And I get why they're so upset, you know?
Of course.
I watched a show on CNN over the weekend. It was Soul Survivor. And it was a story of 4 soul
I'm a soul survivor. God, they did a whole fucking show
just on that.
On the first Supergroup Asia.
Just on first Supergroup Asia.
And they called it Soul Survivor.
Yep.
Pretty smart on their part.
It was 4 people that survived. They were the sole survivors on 4 separate airline crashes.
Wow.
And there's only 14 people in the whole world that I guess
One was the baby,
survived.
Right?
There were a couple of babies, a guy that was 17 years old. One was the co-pilot that was actually piloting when it crashed.
And how did he was the
only guy that survived on that flight.
But what if you're on a flight where 2 people survive? Then you can't be part of this show?
You can't be part of the show.
That sucks.
That's
pretty impressive, too, no?
You guys can sit there and slap each other on the back.
What about the co-pilot? Why was he the only one that survived?
The flight deck got, separated from the plane and flung over. He wound up losing a leg and getting all fucked up, but he lived through it.
And everyone else died?
And everyone else on the whole plane died.
Where did he land?
He landed I think he was thrown out. No, he was still strapped in his seat as the cockpit just fucking tumbled away from the rest of the wreckage.
Talk about is
amazing. That's the thing that was the whole show. And this one guy that was 17
right,
and at the time of the accident, and I think it was back in the 80s. He was contacting all these people and saying, look, no one's ever gotten together and talked about this.
But survivor guilt, don't you think they should
There's something they could probably do that might,
I don't know,
lead them to. His head's shaking. He's just talking something. I don't know what he's doing.
I haven't looked up once, and I look up at my clock.
Are you helping on the phones?
No, the
E-Rock?
clock is literally spinning around and around in here.
Oh,
not yours, mine.
That's how we feel waiting for you to do this.
Calendar pages.
Did that clock go past 10:30?
Oh, yeah, we can actually go.
Not yet.
I think that's a technicality. Any clock in the building.
What were you guys saying?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's ruined. Which clip do you think we're looking for?
I would assume Get Over It.
Yeah.
They all say the survivor's guilt is something that they're like, you don't understand until you've been through. Like all the pilots, like even that. This wasn't Soul Survivor when they survived that Iowa crash. The pilots,
yeah.
The one guy, Danny Fish, still cries about it. He said because you think
I just saw that a documentary on that. Yeah, it was pretty goddamn good.
He's like, you wonder why did that 9-year-old die and I'm here? Like the kids that were dead and you
was
made
that
it.
the guy that was in the middle working the engines?
Well, yeah, he was in first class. He was a pilot, and they called him in to help land the plane.
He was actually a Czech pilot for that plane. Like
yes, for the
he knew
DC-10.
everything about that plane.
That was lucky.
And for the pilot and co-pilot in there to just go, oh, okay, you run the engines, was kind of an amazing thing because the engines were the only thing they had to steer with or control their altitude.
Wouldn't you kind of like, get over that though, for real?
You'd think you would.
I'd go to the beach every year and put some beach lanterns up in the sky for the people that didn't make it.
You know what you would probably do? I would talk, hang out, catch some rays.
Right. Yeah.
Put a knuckles worth of lotion on some girl.
We're talking, we're hanging, we're catching some rays.
Catching some rays.
Right.
Talking, hanging, catching some rays.
Check out the empties, man. Man.
You're a great
fucking
lines.
dork, you piece of shit.
Oh, who are you talking to?
Nobody.
Oh, the Opester,
Why?
I think he's talking
Be yourself, you idiot.
Oh, he's
You don't think you're being organic?
Oh, God. Check out the empties, man.
Man.
Check out the
empties, man.
Man.
Check him out.
He had a party.
Sure did.
And that was pretty good.
There were only 4, you said?
Well, there were only 4 that they followed, that they showed. There was a French girl, and with her, I guess it wasn't all that long ago. She was kind of a little kid when it happened, and it crashed in the water. Whoa. And she was the sole survivor and had to like cling to one of these fucking little something that float for 9 hours as just a kid. As like an 8-year-old. She just in
the ocean.
Yeah.
Would you freak out about the sharks with your legs just dangling?
Right?
Now, there's so many good dead trees for them to go after.
I know, that is true.
You would definitely try to get those legs out of the water, wouldn't you?
And then they had another guy that wasn't a survivor, but his mother had died in the crash that the co-pilot lived through. And he was kind of talking about his resentment toward him. And meanwhile, it was a weird situation. The co-pilot was at the controls. The pilot had taxied all the way to the runway and then gave it over to the co-pilot to actually do the takeoff. And the pilot had taxied to the wrong runway. And it was way too short for them to take off from.
Holy shit.
And it wasn't marked properly, and the lights weren't on, and there was construction going on somewhere. So it was completely a clusterfuck. And they started rolling down the wrong runway and realized too late, oh shit, we're out of runway. Went right off the end of the runway into a highway. And
that's how they all died?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how, because it was fucking, the wing hit a tower and just burst into flames. All the fuel went up in the wings, and him being thrown clear of the wreckage is what saved him, because he'd have burnt up with everybody else. Wow. It was pretty much the fire that got him. But yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
Did he get thrown, or did he save himself?
Saved himself.
Hammer out that windshield. And
yeah. Let me get out of here before everybody gets here. I'm fine.
That Pan Am, what was it? The Pan Am flight was the worst disaster ever. It was on the runway. The Pan Am flight was taking off, or another flight was taking off as the Pan Am flight crossed over, and the
Canary Islands crashed. The two 747s.
Was it 2 of them?
Yeah,
500 dead people.
But they say it's safer than walking.
Hey, it's the safest form of travel there is.
How about we get rid of these TV shows then?
You know what though? When I'm walking, I could just stop walking for a second. Second you stop flying.
Walking and talking and catching some
rays.
Nice.
What are you going to do? And then I watched the Hulk Hogan. I don't know how old it was, but it was on Bio Channel. It was the Finding Hulk Hogan. How old is that?
Oh, is it the one where he talks about like...
Where he's just wearing the fucking, the Bubba shirts the whole time?
Yeah, I think
it's done very dramatically.
When he talks about wanting to kill himself?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had the gun. I was clicking off my teeth, brother. Yeah. It's actually a pretty good documentary because it's not the normal it's not the normal fare.
Where'd you find it?
I woke up and it was on.
On what?
Biography channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they put it together like right as he was like when the divorce
TNT, right?
and the Nick Hogan car accident
Yes.
thing and all that stuff was happening.
Yeah. He was just talking about his depression, brother. I'd go out and drink.
Yeah, we don't have to see.
Carry a gun. But it's done as a it's very dramatic. There's no one asking him questions. It's not done like in a an up style. It's very kind of
he's not cutting promo.
Slow. No, he's not cutting promo. He's just talking about himself.
I wish I saw this before he came in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
But he'll
too.
come back.
Yeah,
He'll come back.
I was thinking the same thing. It's well done.
Right.
It's well done, but it's just kind of fucking depressing. I want to see, yeah, brother! The Hulkster was like, hey, brother. And they show him without his little head kerchief on with his wife. And is he still married to that chick?
Yeah.
Oh.
How
Good
old
for
is
him. Good for the Hulkster.
Probably a year or two.
Yeah.
Probably 2 years old.
It's very well done.
Maybe it's more than 2 years old. Maybe it's like 3 or 4 years old.
Normally when you watch those bio channel documentaries or biographies on people, it's all the same format. They talk to people that know him, but it's very up usually, and then they go to the down part.
Yeah.
And they have interviewers asking questions. This is just straightforward Hulk talking.
Definitely checking this out.
This was produced by, like, them. Like, Hogan produced it.
I assumed.
And then sold it to a...
Yes, because you know what I thought? I was like, this seems like very self-promotional for his TNT thing.
Yeah.
For that. And I think that's what they were going for.
But it was good?
It was good, though. Definitely. And I couldn't watch it without thinking of little E-Rock crying. I imagine E-Rock weeping watching the sad Hulk moments.
Getting all teary-eyed?
Yeah. I imagine
he would cry?
He would have been crying when Hulk was crying.
Wishing Hulk's crying in it?
He cries a little in it. He gets pretty choked up.
Why?
Talking about thinking of killing himself, brother.
Yeah.
I stared in the mirror, and I didn't even look like me.
Thought of all the little fat kids that disappoint.
I took 2 Xanax, and I was drinking, and when I came to, I had a gun in my hand. I was clicking off my teeth, brother.
Clicking off? Oh.
Yeah, he was like just kind of tapping the barrel of the gun off his teeth. Yeah. A Hulkster.
Hulk shot a gun in his head, the bullet would bounce right off.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
True, Chip.
His daughter looks great in this documentary, by the way.
She is so fucking sexy, Brooke Hogan.
If you're into big girls, like not fat or anything, but just a big... I want to make love to a giant.
How tall is she? She's like 6'2", maybe 6'1"?
No. She's probably about 5'11".
I love her.
Yeah,
she's tall.
She looks great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she's 5'10", 5'11".
Juicy.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
I'd give her a lousy fuck.
You would? It wouldn't be great?
No. For me, it would be great. I would hold those big hips and that nice ass. Just
right. Blurka.
Blurka. I'd just do the old tapioca spill.
God.
She'd have tapioca on the back of her thighs.
Yeah. That's good.
All right, we'll take a break.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer's coming in tomorrow.
She is?
Yeah, very cool.
Promoting season 2, is it?
Yes.
Of
Inside Amy.
Schumer.
And also, we got Dominic Gansel coming in, the Cronut guy, with his new desserts.
Cookie shots?
Hey, think about the cookies.
I think we're doing cookie shots.
Is he bringing a Cronut?
He'll do some Cronut. I think
you know what? I bet he won't bring them.
Cronuts is yesterday's news.
No,
cookie
I
shots.
haven't had a Cronut.
I heard he's bringing Cronuts, but it's the newer flavors.
I
want the one that everyone's waiting for.
I want the original.
Cronuts?
I've never even had a Cronut.
I had a Cronut at E-Rock's Christmas party.
I've had a Cronut before.
Yeah, they're good.
What were you thinking, Chip?
What, from a crow's nuts?
What?
You maniacs! Hulk!
Yeah, what's going on with White Glove?
Yeah, how come I can't get my...
Jimmy needs some White Glove.
What's going on with White Glove,
It's
Roland?
like Mickey Mouse gloves.
Huh?
calm down, people. Everything will be taken care of.
I got my watch on.
Ann thinks his watch is giant.
Simmer down.
No, it's great. I can't wait for the new watch to come out.
Everyone will be serviced.
That looks very nice, that new watch.
White gloves will continue.
White gloves!
Cheese!
You can't say cheese, you gotta say capture.
Yeah, video.
Capture! Capture. Capture?
Right. Whatevs.
Oh, boy.
Capture?
Yeah,
Is it on camera mode?
I might not have it set up for that.
What a bust. You gotta go camera mode.
Yeah, you should just be able to say it.
Yeah.
But is it on camera?
Nope.
Probably not.
It has to be on camera, then you can say capture.
That was Sam who's saying bad things. Not us, because we all love the white gloves.
I love white gloves.
I just want to get my phone. I'm going to die.
Capture.
Hey. Nice. White gloves.
White gloves is back.
Hey, bitches, white gloves.
Capture.
White gloves.
Capture.
Oh.
There you go. But you.
What happened?
Sucks.
What?
Oh, rules.
How many times do you have to say capture?
Well, it's loud in here.
Capture.
Didn't do anything.
Capture.
You got to say it right.
I was yelling it.
Your watch is an asshole.
You're not saying it right.
You have to tell it twice.
The new
And
watch.
you can say cheese.
You can't
Cheese. Cheese.
No, I did.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Smile.
Whoa. Smile works.
How about the new watch? We'll have a good camera on it.
You should be able to customize that.
Yeah.
Cunt. Click. White gloves, Roland.
Yes, white gloves.
What kind of white gloves are we getting tomorrow? We getting Dominic?
Yes, he's bringing his new spring treats that he's presenting.
Spring treats.
What about the cookie shots?
The cookie, I had one already. They're bringing just for the guys the cookie shots.
Oh, okay.
Why? How hard are they to make cookie shots?
You can have mine, Roland.
Oh no, I already had one. They're delicious.
Shoot.
It's delicious.
Shoot.
All of a sudden, you come in your pants.
Shoot.
He has a nice lime bar, which is phenomenal.
A lime bar.
It's like a key lime pie, but it's in the bar form.
Barf?
Bar.
When is he going to start making money?
Key lime barf.
He's not about the money. He's about the
Enough
art.
about not the money,
desserts.
the art.
Enough about, because you see Cronuts in every bakery now under a different name.
But they all taste like poo.
Not Entenmann's.
They're done. Adios,
You
Entenmann's.
didn't like their chocolate chip cookies, though, man? That cookie.
I love them.
They're just done here on Long Island.
I love chocolate chip cookies by Entenmann's.
Dip them in some semen.
And I'm sure they're leaving because of the taxes.
Huh?
What?
Are they
I'm
leaving
sure
over
they're leaving
taxes?
because of their taxes on fucking in New York and Long Island.
But keep raising those taxes.
Yeah, raise them on up.
Yeah.
Because
Keep fucking that chicken.
Because all these businesses will understand. They'll stay put. Don't you worry. Just keep raising those taxes.
Cronuts aren't as good as Dunkin', though, right?
Dunkin' Donuts, I rather lick my asshole before I eat Dunkin' Donuts.
let's see.
I love a good Dunkin' Donut, to be honest. A fresh Dunkin' Donut.
Rule.
There is no such thing as fresh in Dunkin' Donuts.
There are. They're all hot and stuff.
I like
they're
Bavarian
never hot.
cream.
They're cold.
I like a good Bavarian cream squeezed into my asshole.
They're all angry.
I went a little further.
They're very angry, though. When they ask for a donut, they're like, well, what do you want? Because they know their product is shit.
A nice munchkin.
How about your Dunkin' Munchkins?
I love a delightful munchkin.
Yeah.
They're like balls with cinnamon.
You ever have a Dunkin' Munchkin dump?
It's like Cocoa Pebbles.
Like throwing pebbles in the water.
Gotta dry all your ass cheeks off when you're done. Oh my God.
I really love a good Dunkin' Donut.
Can you get Dunkin' Donuts to come
Toilet
up
looks like a
tomorrow morning?
Busby Berkeley movie.
I would never call it pedestrian people.
I'm bringing Dunkin' Donuts in tomorrow.
Yes!
For everybody.
Oh.
I can't have
And then
Dominic's treats.
I'll recreate the homeless bit and I'll jump on them.
You don't like a nice Bavarian cream donut? Holy mackerel. I'll take some.
I will not eat a Dunkin' Donut.
I heard
Well, that dumb apple thing, that apple-filled donut, cinnamon.
That's horrible.
No, it's really
amazing.
good.
No,
It's
that's
great.
horrible.
And they're cheap, and you don't have to wait fucking an hour, 2 hours to get it.
Looks like the apple monster shit into some pita.
Yes, it really is a good, loose, apple-y shit.
You guys should go to Donut Plant and get the Tres Leches. It's the best donut.
I don't know what you're
Donut
talking
plant?
about.
No one knows what you just
Tres
said.
Leches is called.
A what?
Tres Leches. Like they call it the 3 milk donut. donut.
Tres.
Oh,
Trelicious.
Tres leches. Tres leches.
Right.
It's so good.
Where is Donut Planet?
23rd and 7th, near right next to Gotham.
There's a Dunkin' Donuts downstairs.
Let's Google this shit.
I never heard of Donut Planet.
It's probably one of the best donuts.
Why would you go to Donut Planet when there's a Dunkin' Donuts across the street from here?
Exactly. That's why I run away from Dunkin' Donuts.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
No.
I do.
No, you don't.
Oh, look at this. Boom.
Wait, you remember the time?
They've been around since 1994, and they got one store.
Exactly. They're all brand new and shit.
Or all those stores.
Yeah, maybe more than one.
Oops.
Remember the time Roland
kind of
brought
doing
in,
all right.
Remember when Roland brought in donuts from Dough Donuts, and they were kind of shitty?
They stunk.
They were good.
Donuts. I don't like anything with stutters in the name.
Donuts.
But these here...
Don't get the donuts.
These Cronut.
But these here are phenomenal.
Oh, yeah?
They're beyond phenomenal.
Are they
You
reasonable?
didn't like the dough donuts?
No, I did not like the dough donuts.
I don't remember. What did that take?
I don't remember the dough donuts.
It's as if you
cakey.
just
It wasn't
fucking
cake, it was light,
took
airy,
shit.
and flavory.
So why don't we bring in some Donut Plant donuts tomorrow?
You get a nice marble frosted from
Donut.
downstairs.
Is it Donut Planet or Donut Plant?
It's
Plant.
Oh, Plant.
I said Planet. But
Donut Plant.
That's dumb. Why wouldn't they go with Planet?
What's Donut Plant
What is a
mean?
donut plant?
What the hell does Donut
What do you
Plant
want?
mean?
It tastes like dirt.
Grow donuts in the closet?
the Tres Leches.
And look, their graphics suck.
They suck.
Yeah.
There's not one picture of one donut
Why
on this
wouldn't
website.
you should have pictures of your donuts on your donut website.
I've never been less hungry in my life.
Look at that.
Click on one. Maybe they
This does
show
nothing
it.
for me.
Yeah.
Maybe they show after.
You can't even click on it.
Click on it.
Oh, it
stinks.
Oh, look at this. It's a cake donut.
Yes.
What the hell's a cake donut? I want a
I want
donut.
no part of this.
It's like less cake. There's a hole in it.
Yes.
Give me some more cake. How about some cake?
I will
Right,
not
let
be
me-
party to this.
I'll bring them Thursday because I don't want to ruin my palate for tomorrow.
Bring in some munchkins.
All right, hold on. Let me say how to.
Like our Bud Dwyer did.
Wheeling in his donuts on a pallet.
We got JJ in Wisconsin. JJ.
Oh, cool.
No, it's KJ.
What?
What?
It's KJ.
KJ.
Hey, what's up, KJ?
I was wondering what a cronut is. We don't have cronut.
Yeah, you don't know what a cronut is because the guy makes 8 a day, and you
Yeah.
have to wait 5 hours for him.
Only
Yes.
available in a 1 block radius.
And then he watches everyone else steal his invention and sell a shitload.
yeah.
But they're delicious.
I don't understand his business logic.
It's a cross between a croissant and a donut.
And
hence Cronut.
And it's absolutely amazing. But the problem is he's not making a lot of money off this. There's a brand new pastry place opened up in my neighborhood, and right there it was the Cronut, but they're calling it something else.
Something else.
So that guy's making a shitload over Dominic's invention.
don't care to the art. I created something called a crumboli.
What is that?
It's a cross between a stromboli and a crowbar. So it's delicious, but you can also strike intruders with it.
Sounds good. We don't have to wait till tomorrow.
What?
We just go to Crumbs.
Yeah,
It's right down the street. Get a
Crumbs says
get a
part
crumb
croissant,
nut.
part donut.
Go get
cool.
Go get a
I
Crumbs.
tasted it, and it tastes like my
Go
ball
get a
sack mixed with
Crumbs.
my asshole.
Wow.
Cronut. Yeah. Go get the
awful.
Cronut ripoff from Crumbs right now.
I bet it's good.
What's that, Cheesehead?
I said, hopefully it doesn't go to Christy.
What?
Christy.
I don't know.
We don't know.
We're getting some Crumbs Cronuts right
Yay!
now. Huh?
Closest one by Letterman.
Right. It's just as good. It's the
No,
same
is the
shit.
Crumbs? They closed the Crumbs down over the other joint, or is that?
There's one right down the street.
There's one like across the street on 6. What was
is
that?
there?
That's Magnolia.
That's Magnolia.
Ah, Magnolia.
Ah, Magnolia.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
I like the Magnolias.
I just like their banana pudding.
And I bet they have a Cronut ripoff too. So what is Dominic doing? Is he suing
all
these
do
people?
now.
He's smart. Yeah, he is, actually.
He should. Because they all took his invention and they're selling way more than he does a day.
They took my Cronut, goddammit. Maybe they
Same
invented
shit.
No, it's not.
It is a bunch of sugar in a donut.
You would think they would get some scientist to break down the ingredients perfectly.
It's very close.
No.
You can't. I bet you can't tell the difference.
It's not science. It's just, you know, some dough and
Exactly.
some shit.
Some chick baking some stuff.
Yeah, don't worry
See,
about it
his,
so much.
His takes 2 days to
He's
create.
fucking slow. He's lazy.
Yeah, he doesn't have an oven.
No, it's just...
That's called OCD.
No, it's called deliciousness.
That's not...
Yeah, but crumbs is just...
I had one. It was pretty good.
A crumb nut?
No, the Cronut was pretty good. I honestly would take a Dunkin' Donuts, though.
Exactly.
You're killing Roland.
I love a good donut.
Killing him.
Yeah, but think about this one. Think about jelly donut from Dunkin'.
I don't like jellies. I would take a Cronut over a jelly donut, definitely.
But what about like
jelly donut?
I like a good jelly donut.
I'd have to have a Cronut hot. I've never had one fresh.
Are we getting a Cronut before the end of the show?
Yeah.
I do enjoy a good jelly donut, though.
Yeah.
I like the strawberry ones better than the, like,
Don't they have
grape,
raspberry?
Jelly or raspberry.
I think it's raspberry.
These probably pedestrians probably have like 50 different kinds.
Yeah. That's nice, a variety.
Yeah. Dominic is bringing his new passion fruit caramelization.
What?
Cronut.
We're getting a Cronut right now. He doesn't need to bring them.
Yeah, we're getting. Are we getting one right now?
Yeah, we're mysterious about that.
Yeah,
it's just mysterious.
I have a theory.
You do? Yeah, we'll discuss later.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just sent somebody out to get a Cronut. It should be here within 20 minutes.
That's the way it should be. You want a Cronut? I'll make you one. Hang on for 5.
Yeah. Wait fucking 2 hours.
Here's a box.
My theory is the best theory.
What?
I think yours is a pretty accurate
you're
theory.
You're ignoring my theory as you guys discuss your theories.
What's your theory?
My theory is not even going for the joke. I got what happened.
All right.
And we're gonna have to get there someday.
What happened? Okay.
Yeah. What's your theory? Let's all write down our theories. That's safe, no?
All right. You know what? I'm why I don't have your theory. Oh, I love that theory.
My theory's good.
That's a great theory.
That's my theory.
That's crazy.
Anyone else want to throw a
Mine was
theory?
more of an observation. What are those?
Those are Cronuts from Crumbs.
Let's grab one. They look delicious.
Fine. Look at that. Look at those. He's got trays of them.
Yeah, you just makes them by the tray. And
That's how easy they are to make.
Yes, it's super easy.
And there's Dominic spending an hour per Cronut. What are you doing?
2 days per Cronut.
It's called mass production. Let's go, Dominic.
I can't wait till they just give the recipe out and everyone can make them just as well at home.
Because it's the same shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like sugar and Wonder Bread.
Who cares?
Yeah, why
exactly.
is his taking so long?
I can't wait to hear. Hey, my Cronuts. Little fucking Pillsbury Cronuts. You just crack open that cardboard fucking tube.
Can we all acknowledge, though, as we continue this bit, because in the end we love the guy, what assholes these people are?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's not there. I mean, you could get them. Oh, look at that. Safeway's got Cronuts.
Oh, no. Safeway.
Same thing.
They're in a box like a cheap fucking cardboard box.
99 cents.
And look, they don't even, they just put Cronuts in parentheses, and they're like, we're good. We don't have to change the name. Yeah, they're calling it Safeway's Cronuts.
The croissant glazed Cronut.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
delicious.
wow.
Dominic has got to be
suing.
out of his mind,
Yeah,
pissed off. Keep finding Cronuts, Sam.
Okay. He was. When I talked to him last Sunday, he was like, he couldn't believe some people.
Safeway is selling them.
Safeway's got them.
99 cents.
It's the same shit.
You get a huge box.
What are you saying,
Nice.
Travis?
They sell Cronuts at Epcot.
Oh, cool.
Epcot Cronuts. Well.
So, he just, you can't trademark the Cronut.
Like, cause they asked him why doesn't he license the Cronut, and then he can make up millions of dollars.
Right.
And he said he will not do it.
Why? It's millions of dollars.
What's wrong with him?
Well,
he doesn't.
Look at that.
Because you know why? Because look at how unsuccessful the Soup Man was when he spread out and he had 20 locations.
Wow.
And
that's
the product,
true.
the product was just completely.
But this guy isn't making any money off his great invention.
Well,
Croissant
he was
donut.
poor as a kid, so money doesn't matter to him.
In the Disney font, the donut, the D in donut, looks just like the D on the buses that you take around
That's
Disney.
right. And at the end of the day, it's the same shit.
But you're eating it in the happiest place on earth.
It's even better.
It is.
Give him a old dick in the ass, Disney.
Imagine eating a Cronut while watching the fireworks at Epcot.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh my God!
And you don't
what
even
a moment.
You don't have to wait online for it.
No, they're right there.
Right.
Cronuts should come in a box.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, get a whole bunch of them.
Oh, that looks good.
Same thing.
All right, hold on. Robbie in Oklahoma wants in. A lot of questions coming in. Robbie.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
Yeah.
I got a question for Roland. I'm just a rube from the Midwest, but what the fuck is a pedestrian donut?
A donut with legs.
Oh, chip.
Pedestrian donuts are like Dunkin' Donuts to him, Krispy Kreme.
Delicious.
It's something. Let's just
like
put it this
franchise
way.
places.
Something you would eat.
Yeah.
Of course. Secondly, I want to know.
You're not a foodie. Foodies do not go to those places.
Yeah.
They find those special places that give it a little more care.
Yeah.
I understand. If that's a foodie, I don't want to be one. Secondly, I went to Dunkin' Donuts yesterday, and I had the Oreo mint donut, and it was amazing.
That sounds good, right?
Donut I've ever had.
Roland is rolling his eyes, and he ain't even fronting, yo.
Sound like a bunch of fucking women.
All right,
That's when the chefs crumble up Oreo cookie crumbs, put it on the donut.
Yeah, it's when they get the old stale glaze and go, let's throw Oreos on top. Oh, shit tastes good.
Hold on. This next call, I don't want you to hear.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're mean.
Carl on Long Island. Earmuffs, Roland, earmuffs.
All right.
Yo, I skied Stratton, Vermont last weekend, and getting gas before I came home, little donut case next to the register in a shitty gas station was selling Cronut.
gas stations.
Who buys food at a gas station?
I can't wait to talk to Dominic tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's got to be out of his mind.
Oh, cool.
At a gas station somewhere is selling his great invention.
Look at this.
What?
This website's got the recipe for milk and cookie shots.
Oh, that's his new thing.
That's the new
They're
thing.
already ripping him off.
Yeah, you just make them yourself. Same shit.
Yeah, what do? You take some chocolate, you make it into a cup, and you have some milk.
Yeah. Why hasn't anyone figured this out before? It's brilliant.
Yeah, but he's creating something else.
It's brilliant because you got the milk and it sogs up everything.
Right.
You do a quick shot of milk and then
But you put something in the cookie to absorb the milk.
Not to absorb, to keep it from absorbing into the cookie. He
Yeah,
lines it with
it's
chocolate,
moist,
right?
crispy, and chocolatey.
He should have a fuck you to the pastry world, and his next invention should have just cum in it.
Yeah, it's just a cup. And then people try to copy it.
Right.
Yeah, well,
it's delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, Seth Rogen had a cookie shot at South by Southwest.
Did he make it himself, or did he go? Where'd he go for it?
He went to Dominic.
Why?
He was there?
Yeah.
Local grocery store
Going to try one.
in West Virginia sells Cronuts too.
Oh, cool.
How come nobody likes my Gurges?
Oh, what was that?
Guhhrjes.
I don't care how it's spelled. I know there's lima beans in it or something, right?
No, there's not.
No?
No.
What's in it?
You take snow peas and you hollow them out by care and you fill them with jelly. And then you place them between your teeth and gums until you have 7 or 8, and then you mash the top of your gums.
This sounds fun. It sounds like a
then you
a ritual.
You spit the jelly out and you swallow the delicious snow pea skin.
Why would you spit the jelly out?
Because it's pedestrian.
Oh.
Trace in Minnesota. Trace.
You should just draw regular.
Hey, Roland. How's that diet going there, fat boy?
Oh, damn. Damn.
Whoa.
It's uncalled for right there.
Comment. Roland.
Service to your wife because she's fucking other people.
Ooh.
Wow.
Shit.
Wow.
Damn it.
Why give him a good fantasy?
Let's say out of Jim in Indiana. Jim.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hi.
I'm thinking that, Roland, your palate is not that sophisticated. $100 says they blindfold you. You can't tell the difference between a gas station donut and one of your fancy donuts from New York.
Whoa.
That's a good one.
Can we do a donut taste test with you, Roland?
Yes.
All right.
The occasional cock thrown in.
All right.
Let's just go donuts.
Regular donuts? It'd be a gourmet donut place.
If we give you 5 donuts to try, you think you could go 5 for 5? Where they're from?
I'm sure I could tell you which one's the Dunkin'.
Or we could just go
Jimmy,
pedestrian.
I thought you were going to give me a Dunkin' Donut. You pull out this gourmet donut Dunkin' Donut.
Write
Fucking,
that down, Sam.
What?
Donut.
What was that other place called? Dodo's?
Donut.
Donut.
Donut Pub.
It reminded me of the scene I hated in Rocky 3 when he's trying to sing to her and she does it all wrong. When he goes do 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 and she goes do 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 do.
That is I can't stand. That's one of my worst parts in any movie ever made.
But then I hate when he does it. He goes no. It's do 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 and she goes do 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 do.
Oh, that is so bad.
Can we find that?
That's really bad.
I got good news.
Yeah?
You're sick?
No. Anybody who wants to make their own cronut?
Yeah.
Pillsbury's got a recipe.
There you go.
It takes 10 minutes.
A little company called Pillsbury.
Yeah, 10 minutes prep time. You just get the ingredients together. You make it's the same shit. You make your own cronuts.
Well, that little guy's an asshole.
A little Pillsbury Doughboy.
I mean, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. It's the same exact thing.
Same thing. You don't have to sit there and
Roro,
wait.
comment.
No way.
I could tell the difference.
Make fucking trays of them.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a donut, you go downstairs, you get a Dunkin'.
I can tell the difference between a donut plan, and Dunkin' and Donut Pub.
What about Twin Donut?
It's such a bad part. God, do I hate that fucking part of the movie. And I love Rocky 3.
Please find that. You like when she goes, do.
No.
How do you get that so wrong?
She's an idiot.
There's a Peter Pan donuts. They're delicious.
Oh, cool.
What?
Great news.
Okay.
I've got the top 10 places you can find Cronuts in Pasadena, California.
Top 10?
Yeah.
So there's already just 10 in Pasadena.
Yep. If you want Cronuts,
10 places in Pasadena.
Wow.
The top 10. That means there's more than 10.
Yeah, this is just the top 10.
Damn.
Oh, my God.
You can go to...
What fucking losers.
Took off.
You can go to Confection Cupcakes, BC's Donuts, Colorado Donuts, AM Donut and Yogurt, France's Bakery and Coffee, Semi-Sweet Bakery. I mean, anywhere you need, Roland. They got...
Dominic went to L.A. like 3 weeks ago, and there's 1,000 people in line waiting for his Cronuts.
1,000 people?
Yeah.
Missing
in the morning. He only had 300.
Oh, shut it up.
I hate that part.
I like when Clubber Lang went to the benefit that Rocky was doing. Was the one with Hulk, yeah. And Clubber's in a tuxedo, and it just made me think, like, he had to go and get fitted for that thing, and he's just a crazy, like, could you picture him being civil in any respect of aspect of his life?
I need a tuxedo.
I want a cummerbund. Measurement it.
Wait, did he, Sam, Travis sent you something?
What, Trav?
I'll just put you here. Oh, turn it up really loud.
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
I hate this.
No.
I can't watch.
Come on, Rocky, you're gonna wake the baby.
That's good enough. She's retarded. Yeah.
You don't like this part?
My people and their hearts.
I wish the roof would cave in on them. This is terrible. How do you get it wrong?
Who says dough in there?
Four doughs.
Donut.
You dummy. Go drop your kid in the pet store again.
It's a dumb scene.
Oh, God.
Oh. What's that, Sam?
Fuck.
Oh. Look, these are the cookie shots, right?
Yeah, where can we get them?
You can get them at Cookie Bar Manila in the Philippines.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
With a decapitation.
Pretty great, huh?
Yes, they're made by somebody with a terrible mustache and black hair.
That's why he's
a woman.
That's why he's got to do this right.
This is worldwide.
He knows there's cocksuckers out there, so do it right and make your money off it. Don't let everyone else make money off your invention.
Oh, what an idiot.
God.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. If you want a Cronut, just go to the closest store.
We're going to have to give him a talking to.
Yeah, but he won't care. Like, it's not for the money. It's
Roland,
for the art.
we got a very good question coming in for you. You got your headphones on?
Do.
Jeff in Ohio. Jeff.
Hey, last week I think Roland said that Dominic was the fourth best baker in the United States. He's behind Pillsbury Doughboy, Chef Boyardee, and who's the third one?
Enzo.
Roland, he's making fun of your boy.
For your father. I make a cronut for your father.
Yeah, do.
He's in Iowa. He's suffering enough.
We use plenty of do.
Yeah.
All good.
Wow. Well, now.
The Cronuts.com web domain was purchased by an online poker website.
It's Cronuts Poker?
This guy's just losing everything.
He's not at all a good businessman.
He's very bad at business.
Why didn't he copyright it?
Cronuts Poker.
How did he not get Cronuts.com?
It's like some Russian poker website.
Yes, do not try to get from us. We will kill you.
He needs a good lawyer, man. He get some money on the back end.
What?
We want to buy your Cronut factory.
It's only 2-star, though, this one.
You can buy the Crazy for Cronuts recipe book.
Cuckoo for Cronuts, they should have called it.
Is that Dominic's recipe book?
No.
No, it's got it, but it doesn't matter. It's the same. It's just Cronuts a Cronut.
His cookbook comes out in November.
That'll be a bust. Everyone's
You might as well put it out.
Plenty of time.
everyone's is already out.
Wow.
There's already Cronut recipe books. Why would you buy his?
He just read the pooch on this one.
You go to the Pillsbury website.
No.
I hate that.
You guys are crazy.
Who are these chicks?
I
Who are
don't
the
know.
chicks? Chicks. I don't know.
How did she get that one wrong?
Oh, look at that.
Dominic,
unfortunately, missed out on the Cronut's Twitter handle as well.
Who's going to follow Cronuts?
At Cronut? Apparently nobody.
Let's see what Cronut says.
Well, yeah, I mean, oh, look at that. Cronut's is coming to London.
Cronut Mania.
It says Cronut's Mania in London. I don't think Dominic wants a mania around his product that he can't capitalize on.
Cronuts?
Yeah,
they're quite lovely.
Yeah. The barn door is off.
Yeah, it's done. It's done.
Boy.
There's no getting this fucking Pandora back in.
Yep. But he is the inventor and the creator, and he'll be on our show tomorrow.
Yeah.
With delicious treats. Celebratories.
Well, where's the other crumb Cronut? The same thing.
Yeah, it's on its way. You're not gonna be able to tell the difference.
Is it almost here?
Yeah. Yeah, all she did, I mean, it's just, there's no line to get to it. It's just a matter of her walking to crumbs, so.
Oh, well.
It should be here by 11.
Poor Roland and his friend.
Yeah, Dominic's a good guy.
Well, I'm sure Dominic, if he needs a gig, they're probably hiring downstairs at Dunkin'. He could be a chef there or whatever.
It's probably just a recipe that Pillsbury had anyway.
He worked for Daniel Bold. He'll never work for
Daniel Bold?
Who the hell is that?
Exactly. No one knows Daniel Bold.
Was a great man.
Right.
Daniel Bold or Bald?
Bold, B-O-U-L-D.
So why don't you explain
Bald.
him?
Daniel Bold.
He's one that he's a super famous chef. He has a
Like Dave Thomas?
He has his
wigs.
restaurant Danielle in New York.
Daniel Bold.
It's huge.
Bigger or smaller than Dave Thomas?
It's 3 Michelin.
All right. Well, Dave Thomas was up
What's
there.
his name? So we ran like up a tree. I remember that when I was a kid. We used to sing that Daniel Boone song.
Besides, who cares what Michelin thinks? Bunch of dumb tired people.
Yeah, why are tired people telling us what to eat?
I'll eat at an 8 lug nut restaurant.
Right, exactly.
Firestone Cronut Tire, is that what they're...
Yeah, who are the Michelin people?
Yeah.
The tire people like your restaurant. Good for them.
Right.
Really? What does Jiffy Lube think?
You ever have the spicy chicken that Dave Thomas made?
Yeah, he's dead.
That's good stuff, though.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
It's not good stuff.
Do.
Oh.
It's like, oh my God.
No. Do.
You wouldn't sing that with a girl?
No, mine goes do. He's an idiot.
Yeah,
She's a retard.
Do. You didn't like that when you saw it?
It wasn't sweet and tender like it was supposed to be.
No.
Oh, look, Rocky's the big fighter and everything, but he could be sensitive.
Yeah.
Yuck.
I like it better when he has the fake nose on in part 2. You're being rude. Because he can't read.
Because he's a
Director was
moron.
right.
Yes.
This fucking blithering idiot. Fucking bad fake nose trying to make deodorant. Smells mainly.
Teach me how to read.
People saying that your boy stole the cookie shots from Manila.
Maybe he did.
He probably did.
Yep.
Hoping no one was paying attention.
Yes. I mean, it's not like it's like
right.
These original ideas.
Exactly. Milk and cookies.
Boo-hoo. Tell the person here who believes wrestling's real. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, man.
I thought it was.
Don't tell Hulk that. The Hulkster.
Yeah, he might shoot himself.
Oh, by the way, you got the name wrong of the chef, I think. Eric in Jersey, go ahead.
Yeah, it's not Michelin.
Hey, man. Hey, guys. How are you? I love you guys.
Of course.
It's Blood, French. You got it rolling. Get your name.
What? Oh, sorry. So fuck you. You son of a bitch.
He's speaking French. Oh, look at that big shit lump.
Yeah.
That looks better than
rolling.
I'd rather. This looks like it might be better just going to Tony's Donut House.
Hey, go to Tony's Donut House.
Exactly.
Hey, yeah.
Look, he puts chocolate frosting and shit all over it.
Oh my God.
That's how it's advertised.
Just horrible chocolate frosting over it.
I bet it's good.
That looks like he picked it off the sidewalk.
But it takes seconds to make instead of Dominique's.
Yeah, you make as many as you need.
Right.
Mingy.
Like they're giving free samples.
Look, that's in Indianapolis. Perfect,
man. Look at all these cronuts.
Amazing.
It's swept the nation. Too late.
Perfect.
ShopRite. ShopRite.
Wait till Dominic comes in tomorrow. I'm going to tell him, like, I had one of your Cronuts. I mean, it's so good that you're selling them at ShopRite. It was just as good as the one I had from your store.
And you get two.
Yeah, you get two.
You get two Cronuts at ShopRite.
It's only it's $3.99 for the two.
Yeah, you wait online for hours to get one, maybe.
Fuck that. You don't need that.
Right.
Because this tastes the same.
That's just as good.
It says right here, it's from the Fresh Bake Shop. There's a sticker that says our own homemade.
All day.
2-pack for $3.99.
This is going to fuck me all day. I'll be doing anything today and just start going do, and go, fuck you, Jimmy Norton. I always douche chilled out at that part of the movie.
Oh, that's great.
Great. Let's say hi to Mark in South Carolina. Mark.
Hi there, Mac.
Gentlemen, love the show. First time caller.
Oh.
Anyway, did a Google search for my hometown in South Carolina for Cronuts. And guess what?
Wow.
There's a local baker that's making them, and they're $1 a piece. And oh my God, they are delicious.
There you go.
Hey, there you go, Roland.
See, Roland, they do taste good.
All donuts are the same.
It's all the same. It doesn't matter.
Some dough, throw some frosting on it. It's fucking delicious.
Exactly. Oh, it's just, and the funny thing is, I don't have to go all the way to New York to get some pedestrian because he has to bogart his secret recipe that apparently anybody can do.
It's not secret. It's just a bunch of Bavarian cream, throw it on a donut and hand it to someone.
Wonderful. That's all it is.
Yeah, baker knows what's in that shit. They just have to eat it once.
This is
roll
great.
out the dodo.
Good news. My store made a change just for me.
Yeah.
The Food Emporium.
Food Emporium.
He's got some frosted Cronuts available for anybody. Two for $7.
Someone made a Cronut just for me.
This is great.
Yeah.
We should just go to Food Emporium to get them. Tell Dominic he doesn't even have to. I mean, he can stop by if he wants.
Food Emporium. Someone's got
my kind of quality.
Yes. The donuts are filled with HIV. Imagine getting an HIV donut. How poorly that would sell.
Oh, that would be terrible.
It looks just like.
That does not look
Oh,
good.
that looks
It
terrible.
looks just like Dominic's.
That looks eaten already.
Yes.
Yeah, they put Jello pudding in there. Fucking morons.
Looks like a crabortion.
They're fucking with your boy's recipe, too. They're just throwing fucking pudding on top and calling it
pudding on it.
Anybody know what he fills his shit with? All right, pudding.
It don't matter.
On it.
Just put Cronut somewhere in the name. They'll eat that shit.
Yeah, Food Emporium, you shop and eat samples there. That's kind of store. That's it.
Doesn't Dominic only do like one type of Cronut a day?
No, one a month.
One a month? You can get four different flavors
in one
shot.
The fuck?
A nice variety pack.
What's their,
scroll down and see the.
What's their variety? What four can you get there, Sammy?
Wow,
it looks like chocolate, shitty strawberry, vanilla, and caramel.
Caramel. All right, that looks great.
There you go.
Christ, enough about the Cronuts.
Well, now we're just wasting time until we get our Cronut.
Jim, you'd help yourself to a nice variety pack, right?
It's the same thing, man.
It's the same thing.
Was someone actually sent out for a Cronut?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well,
it's not gonna take long.
Where is she?
It's already taken.
Can we check?
Do we know where she is?
Yeah. 3 blocks.
She's on her way back right now.
She went out together?
Yeah.
What's her name? I have no idea.
We call her Becky.
What's her
Becky?
name?
Yeah.
I don't even know what her name is.
How far is she?
I always forget. Not far. I mean, we just went to the local place.
Crumbs?
Crumbs, wherever. Yeah, you get Cronuts all over.
Cronuts are everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't walk into a donut store without there being a Cronut available.
Really easy to find.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Duncan maybe.
I didn't realize it was this easy.
They should
I
change
thought it
the
was just a
name.
couple
Crunk
places
and
here and
Cronuts
there.
for a little while.
They use
like
Cool
a day.
Cool Whip. One place is using Cool Whip on his great invention.
That's great. In the ghetto, they use fucking like cheese. They use Velveeta.
Oh, look at this.
Because they like the cheese.
Yeah. This is in Korea.
Korea.
Dunkin' Donuts in Korea.
North
Except it's got
South.
dog meat in it.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Dunkin' Donuts has Cronuts in Korea.
Yeah.
They decided to go ahead and take it international.
Yes.
Wow. That's got to be South, right? North Korea. Don't know.
Yeah, I don't
No,
think they
not
have
at
a
all.
Cronut in
They have
North
Cronuts,
Korea.
but they all have little Kim Jong-un hairdos.
Their little hairdos.
Dominic's still in the village, right? Dunkin' Donuts got this going on in Korea.
The Dunkin' Donuts, they're awful.
Look at that. It's the same shit, though.
Yep.
Doesn't that look exactly the same?
It does. Look how flaky.
Yeah, that looks nice and flaky.
Same thing I saw.
You can't deny the flakiness of that picture.
I could deny it. Does not look delicious at all.
There's no doubt about it that that's going to taste exactly the same.
That looks so dry.
Now,
how dry is it?
I had that.
Oh, that was it.
It tasted like pumpkins.
Pumpkins?
Apple fuzz.
Do you realize what day tomorrow is?
Oh, no. The only day he won't do it.
Jesus. Not only will he do it, but there's going to be a lot of them.
I bet you.
Look, my microphone's on fire.
I don't see it.
April Fools!
Right, April Fools. It's April Fools.
You don't like his April Fool's jokes?
April Fools, no. They're not. He doesn't understand what an April Fool's joke is supposed to be. You don't just make something obviously not happening up and then say April Fools.
You don't think it's good when my manager's out with his wife and her family? They're conservative Southern people, and they're like eating meatballs, and he goes, "Those are moon rocks! April Fools!" Ruining his marriage.
And do they just look at him like he's a weirdo?
They have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, why does he do it when no one knows?
His wife is fuming.
Of course she is.
She's so not happy with that.
April Fools.
I guess we're going home without our Cronut there, Sam.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Way to go.
So this is good. See, that's how tough it is to figure out whether something is quote-unquote a real Cronut or not. Victoria Beckham got in trouble, former Spice Girl, because she tweeted out a photo of a dozen Cronuts.
God, imagine how much trouble she'd get into if she didn't have that E on her name.
But she just got them from some random store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't from Dominic.
I know, but she thought it was, but Dominic tweeted her back saying you were wrong, man.
But exactly, nobody could tell the difference.
Yeah, they can.
How stupid is she that she thought she could get 12 of them?
And the intern went to go get it for her.
Oh.
Like, our intern may never return.
Yeah, let's find out how far she is.
Don't con me.
Where is this bitch?
She should be here at any moment.
A couple minutes ago, she was on 50.
Any moment means
2 blocks away.
2 blocks.
5 minutes
or
6 minutes, which is a giant difference at this juncture.
Well, give her the 5.
All right, who's coming up here? What's that? Oh, security.
Oh, let's probably make sure you guys are safe.
What?
Look at that. She got a nice variety pack for herself.
What?
They're awful.
Chocolate vanilla strawberry.
Huh?
Chocolate vanilla strawberry.
3 different types on the same tray.
Perfect. Makes it so much easier.
They're all pedestrian.
I'm so sick of
Those
this
look
already.
delicious.
Schmonut, schmonut. I don't even care when it gets here.
No.
No, I don't care.
I know. We just want to go home now, I guess.
4 minutes.
Tell Dominic if he wants, he can come in tomorrow and bring an Entenmann's coffee cake.
Ooh, I would love it.
Would that be great?
Entenmann's.
A real one, though.
The original. See if he can find an original.
Yeah, Kevin Pollak had a tough time finding the original, but I think Dominic, being a baker, he should know where the original Entenmann's.
Yeah, in the trash can.
coffee cake is.
That's where it belongs.
Those chocolate chip cookies are great, though.
The
Honestly,
Entenmann's?
they're fucking amazing.
Really soft.
If you go to the bakery, there's other bakeries that make really good coffee cakes, not in Men's.
See if Dominic can bring in some chewy Chips Ahoy tomorrow.
What's that?
I do like a good oatmeal cookie.
Yeah.
Oatmeal soft. Heat that bitch up in the microwave for like 5 seconds.
Could he bring some Oreos tomorrow?
Double stuff.
Why?
I'm not sure. I don't like the double stuff as much.
Why not?
Because I'm a bigger fan of the cookie part of the Oreo than the cream.
That's like a nerd thing, though.
No,
Exactly,
it's
what a
not.
douche.
It is,
It's
right?
not. That cream isn't even cream. It's some kind of a granular substance.
Good.
Don't make it sound like it's cream.
You're sounding like Roland.
What?
Is it pedestrian cream?
It's a pedestrian cream.
A pedestrian.
No, it's good, but you can't have too much of that shit.
In Brooklyn, they make homemade Oreos.
No.
You know what homemade means?
It tastes delicious.
No, they don't.
They do.
Nothing homemade tastes good.
It's delicious.
Like, that's supposed to be something that you buy in a store.
It tastes better than Oreos.
No, it can't.
Bring him in.
I like
Warm
Hydrox.
and delicious.
Hydrox.
Hydrox are good.
Hydrox.
They're just off of Oreos. They're like, it's something.
They're
but it ain't
waxy.
Oreo. Yeah, they're waxy.
Love a good Hydrox.
Hydrox, whatever that means.
Hydrox always had just a little
Sounds like a
less
chemical.
cream than
Why would you
Oreos.
have a name of a cookie that's like a chemical? Hydrox.
They weren't trying to hide anything.
Right?
Or on the Upper West
They know.
Side, Levine Bakery has delicious cookies.
I know where Levin Bakery is.
It's delicious.
You know what has delicious cookies? The cookie aisle in the supermarket.
Yeah, A&P's got
They're
good
all
cookies.
right there. Chips Ahoy. Yes, exactly, Chippa.
But you're in New York. You have all these delicious bakeries.
Oreos, fucking.
Levain's delicious.
So if Dominic is coming in tomorrow, why don't we let's get our list together.
Okay.
We want some Oreos, definitely. What do you guys want?
Maybe a pack of Fig Newtons?
Have Dominic bring in some
a Newton
Oreos.
or two. You
Fig
can't
Newtons
really eat a lot of them, though.
Oh, she's running down. Well, she tried.
Now, don't make her
Oh,
run.
my God. She's running. She's running.
Oh, great.
I
want a knife and fork for my Cronut.
She runs and then stops.
For your what?
Cronut.
Your Cronut?
Hey, we got the Cronut.
Oh, yay.
No, that's not what we wanted.
Look,
do you have a knife and fork?
Whoa, how many did we get?
You got a lot of Cronuts.
She had 3.
We got, look at that, just that quick, within
Thank you.
15 minutes.
3, it took her forever.
We got 3 Cronuts.
Oh, come on, Roland.
So easy to find.
What's wrong with you?
That looks like that's from Crumbs.
Tina Hustle. This is awful.
And you know what? They're bigger than the Dominic Cronuts.
Oh, yeah.
These are real Cronuts.
Yeah.
But it looks
I don't. I hate the clear bag that they give you.
Yeah, let's get this stuff
Oh
out
man,
of here.
I don't like people knowing what the fuck I just bought.
They
downloaded.
Come on, Jimmy.
I can't. It's broken.
Your delicate little fingies can't open the fuck. Look, you're
Of course, Mark knows how to get to it.
This.
Jesus, can you not do it when you drop on the floor? Thank you.
Shit.
It's all right. If he drops them, we can just buy more Cronuts. They're easy to find.
Take a Cronut.
I'm taking half a Cronut.
I'm not even eating half.
It's just full of powdered shitty sugar.
Roland, I thought tomorrow was Cronut taste testing day.
Yeah, we don't need Dominic tomorrow. We got our Cronut thing today.
Look how dry it is.
Looks pretty good.
Looks drier than a monkey's ass.
I thought there was cream in these things.
This is fucking terrible. For real? This is so bad.
For real?
It is. It's dry, tasteless.
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible.
I told you. Crumb ass.
Is this terrible?
It's a
Jimmy,
crumb nut.
what do you think?
Just like the last one I had.
No.
It's the same, right? No, thank you.
Why not? You've been bitching about it. Might as well eat it.
Let's see.
Is it really that bad?
Yes.
Yes.
It looks.
So
They're not.
It looks like it's been sitting for
It's
days.
not sweet at all.
So it's
like,
fucking
there's
up
no
the Cronut
sweetness
name.
to it.
No, it's just that it's not a Cronut. It's a crumb.
The only sweetness in here is the powdered sugar. Isn't that awful?
It really tastes like
I
airplane
wanted to be
food.
like, no, this is fine. I honestly wanted to look Roland in the face and say, you know what, this is great. It's terrible.
That's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking fake eat that.
Yeah, it tastes like just
It's like
a
dough.
Zeppeli.
Why would they have something in it?
I guess I don't like Cronuts.
Because they can't figure it out. Because it's not the original.
Wow, that
it's
counterfeit Cronut.
Gotta throw some pudding
Terrible.
or something in there.
It needs some pudding and Cool Whip.
Cream.
Cool Whip.
I'll be honest, that
Some
Cronut was
Smucker's
not good.
jelly.
It was awful.
Yeah.
It needs
that
to be.
needs-
It needs to be infused with some Smucker's jelly.
How do you eat
Just squeeze it in the middle.
pastry kind of a thing and just have an awful taste in it? That was
That's just
that was
powder.
beyond
That's
shitty.
confectionery sugar.
I gotta
Yeah.
eat a goddamn saltine cracker to get that taste out of my mouth.
Yeah, because all it is they just pile on the dough and then they threw a pound of
But
sugar.
they trying to make it flaky. They've done something horrible to that dough.
Yeah.
It's not a sweet tasting dough.
It's a commercial dough, not a homemade dough.
So Cronuts are not all they're cracked up to be.
Crumb nuts.
What?
Crumb nuts.
Cronut is a Cronut.
Crumbs can suck my ass.
Yeah, tell
They
Dominic.
do.
Tell Dominic to bring up some Dunkin' tomorrow.
I don't think so.
Now there's a reputable donut place.
Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, at least some
Crumbs,
Entenmann's
they're run by bums.
Entenmann's
That's what I
coffee
say.
cake would be nice. Get him
Can you
to
bring up some coffee cake,
please. What?
No.
What do you mean no?
Why? He's a baker. He knows where to get this stuff.
In the garbage.
He's got the hookups.
Right. This has been a bad half hour for Roland.
Yeah.
It's just
Rolly.
torture Roland time.
Oh, poor Rolly.
Row!
All right.
You'll be all right.
All right, we got the
You'll be
list for
fine.
Dominic tomorrow. Oreos, Chewy Chips Ahoy, and Entenmann's coffee cake.
Perfect. Make sure he brings those things tomorrow.
All right.
Chewy.
Those are the desserts that we want to sample.
All right.
You know they're selling Cronuts? They're selling Cronuts in Tampa.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Where?
Side Splitters Comedy Club, April 11th and 12th. I'll be making Cronuts and handing them out to everyone with a big clitoris.
Oh,
April 24th through 27th, I'll be handing them out here in New York at Caroline's.
Oh.
Big plugs over.
Nice. Well, that was good. That was fun. Cronuts. You gonna say goodbye?
Dude, oh, you asshole!
All day?
Do.
He was a moron.
Oh, what a tard.
I just hated that part
Do.
too. What kind of idiot couldn't figure out that song?
She's a moron.
You would be really bummed out if she didn't get that. If you actually did that in bed with your chick, if she didn't get that, you'd be so bummed.
Be like, I made a mistake marrying this chick.
You wouldn't think it was cute whatsoever.
Yeah. Oh, I'd be.
You would be trying to figure out how to ditch her.
Jake LaMotta.
Don't do my ass. All right, kids, take it easy. Have fun, everybody.
The Opie and Anthony Show is drawn to a